Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Give me one moment. I want to check something. Let me hit this real quick and then pause it. All right, we're on the right volume. I want to make sure that my volume settings were okay. And I wasn't completely gonna trash your headphones with my Netflix volume settings from earlier today. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope you're doing good. I see Silas made it. I see, oh my, that is flying. Yordi's here, Seth, Lucarius, Shivan, Renato, Willard, Stickies, Nick, Storm, you're a Big Joe, Putin. Don't you have conflicts to resolve? We got Abdullah, we got Voshik Gaming, Gigi, Luca, and everybody else. Welcome to the stream, guys. Today's gonna be an interesting one. Today's gonna be a really chill one too. Chris made it, dude. Good to see you here. Look at this place, guys. This here is a lot of stone gone. I've mined all of this out. There's so what I do is I have a little platform here. There's open shulker boxes here, and then everything that's not stone or cobblestone goes in here. And I mine a bunch of stone, then a bunch of cobblestone. And I've mined a long way out. Let's fly through here, and you guys can see where we come up. This here is Looneyville. That over there is hard to see. And we almost finished the entire tunnel. Does my audio sound weird at all? If so, why is that the case? It sounds good on my end. Give me 1 second to check that, guys. Maybe one of the plugins isn't working. But this is very hard because I can't verify what is working and what isn't, since I can't listen to my my stream mix yet. Audio is fine, if you guys say so. Then it's all good. Then it's all good. All right. The setup, what we're doing here today, I have this shulker here, or this box. We got this much stone ready to go. This is the toolbox. We're gonna leave that here. And we got this much cobblestone. As soon as the cobblestone runs out, we're gonna have to do a little bit more mining. But for now, we're all right. So we're gonna grab a bunch of this. And then I will be doing today what I've been doing for the last every day. Like every day in between streams, I've been doing this. Replay mod is not a bad idea. Let's actually do that. I'll put my render distance up a bit, go out of the game, back into the game, and then we are doing Q&A. So you guys, you have been asking for it. Basically, I always say, you know, every stream is a little bit of a Q&A. So we don't really need one. But I kept getting requests. And then somebody made a fair point that one fun thing would be if I did a really simple, straightforward stream, like a mining stream, for example. I have a lot more time to talk to you guys. That concept to me makes a lot of sense. So today's that day. Anything you've always wondered but haven't gotten an answer to, I want to ask you guys to try and not to repeat questions too often, because we're gonna have to pick a question, and I'm probably gonna take a little bit of time to answer each and every one of them. So I'll be a bit long-winded, maybe. Stone farm. Long-winded. Sorry. Stone farm would work, but then we have to AFK it, which I don't. So I don't think we have any real upside of having a stone farm. We're going to continue terraforming here. How many elytras do I have? I don't know the exact answer, but it's well over 100. You know what? Let's just find it out. I think we can find that out. We go to picked up and we scroll to. I have 173 enchanted golden apples picked up. Nice. That's because we dropped some of them for dramatic effect and then picked them up again. It should be somewhere here is a number that is going to be relatively close to the number of elytra found. 231, it says. I don't have that many. I don't have that many. A little bit less. But well over 100. All right. I'm gonna bring this line up while I look for a great question. Who is my favorite YouTuber? I don't really have a single favorite YouTuber. On some level, it is and forever will be Phil's app, because if I never saw Phil's content, I think there's a really big chance that I would have never started making YouTube content myself. And I have bigger plans than just doing Minecraft content, but everything starts with that first idea. And seeing Phil's 5-year hardcore world planted the seed for me. That's the foundation. Another YouTuber that to me is really, really inspiring is Markiplier. And you guys may not know that about me, but the thing I like about Markiplier's content is it is super layered. There's ideas on ideas on ideas, and you don't see all of it. It's not all that apparent, but it's there, and he's building on that, and he creates storylines that unfold over a long period of time, which is very close to the way that I think about making content and think about making art. I think that the best creations are things that you see, that you like, that you enjoy, but you don't quite understand just yet. And then later, there's more components that will fall into place, even though you liked it at first when you didn't see all of that. And then if there's more layers to it, that gives a very special connection to content, I think. Gigi asks, how has streaming impacted my daily routine? That's an excellent question that I haven't really thought about myself. I think streaming has given me more routine than I usually have, because I work in a way where I try to be as productive as I can, but a lot of the time that happens on weird moments. Like I can work very, very deep into the night if I feel like it, or I can start really early in the morning if I feel like I just want to get started on that project the next day. But there's like, my schedule normally is kind of all over the place because I just go off whatever feels right. And that only works if you have that very clear dedication and motivation to keep pushing, even if there's no hard deadline to meet. When I'm streaming, that's like one of the rare moments where there's a set schedule I have to meet now. And I think in a way that is really positive, because a lot of people function better with a strict schedule. And for me, I feel like that's not necessarily the case always, but I also think that just like everybody else, I do have a tendency to tell myself something about what is a good idea or isn't a good idea that may be inaccurate, maybe a bit removed from the actual truth. So I think for me, just like most people, having a schedule of some sort definitely impacts my performance in a positive way. And by extension, if I'm doing well, I'm happy. So I think streaming actually gives me a little bit of stability that I wouldn't implement otherwise, which I think is a really good thing. Healthy Habits asks, do I cook? I think on average, there's like 3 days in a week where I cook a meal. There's maybe 1 day where I get takeout, although I don't do that every week. And then there's another 3 days where I like get pre-made meals at the supermarket, like salads, or I get a foundation for that and I make a little something on the side, like a veggie burger. So it's often a combination. Definitely not every day. I try to be like, I enjoy good food, but to me, food in my average day is something that is like something that you just have to take care of. But I try not to spend too much time on it in a normal week. So then the salad often is a great outcome or a great substitute for me. This is a question we hear a lot, and it's a classic. Looney, how do you stay motivated for your world? I think motivation is, in the best case, something that you don't have to look for, something that is just there, that is intrinsically there, because you're trying to achieve something that you really, really care about. For me, that most of the time covers it, but like everyone else doing everything else, there's days where I don't necessarily feel as excited about doing it as a different day. And what I try to do if I have that feeling, like you can give into it and then you may hit the slump and stop working on something altogether. What I try to do in a day where I don't really feel it is just get started and do something simple. I remember when early in the world I had a day where I wasn't really feeling it. I would go and start out chopping oak trees right next to the heart of the sea. There was a forest there that I wanted to get rid of, and I wanted to have all the dark oak. Chopping oak trees is a super, like, it's almost a meditative thing to do because you don't really have to pay attention. Mining out a big area could be the same thing. Drying out your ocean monument could be the same thing. Literally get started on something simple where you can kind of just listen to music, zone out, and do it. And then very, very often when I do that, I kind of hit a groove. And I'm like, all right, now I'm excited about it. Let me actually build this, because I feel like inspiration happens along the way, and it's a much better source than trying to force motivation. But bottom line, you have to care about something. Otherwise, it's always going to be hard to stick with it. Oh, I'm gonna combine these two questions. Anna asks, what is the best thing about living in the Netherlands? And Amisha asks, what is the best and the worst thing about living in the Netherlands? I think we can kind of blend those together. The best thing about living in the Netherlands is, I think if you compare it to most places in the world, it is a really comfortable place. The Netherlands is as much as people tend to complain about it, which happens, and people are very critical of how government takes care of certain things, but everything is pretty well organized. And by extension of that, it feels like the Netherlands is a really, really safe place. At least that is my experience. I remember one day where I had an exam for English, and I forgot about it. I didn't remember until right before. This was when I was in university. And I still had to... It was about English culture. So it was literally... You had to know a certain number of historical facts and current day facts. So I had to memorize them, but I didn't have time anymore because I had to go to the exam. So I left the door with my MacBook in my hand, and I just had my MacBook open and walked to the university building where I had the exam, which was like a 20-minute walk from my house. Normally I would take my bike and it would be very easy to get there, but now I was like, if I do this, I have a little bit more time to study while I'm walking there. I don't think there's a lot of places where you can safely take your MacBook, leave the front door, and walk on the street for 20 minutes without ever having to worry about anything. So that's, I think, is a big upside of it. The downsides of living in the Netherlands is that I feel like historically the Netherlands has or should have a pretty bad rap. There's some things that happened in the past where, like colonialism, the Netherlands were very much on the forefront of that. And I feel like there's reasons there that hugely impact the world we live in today. The world we all live in today, not just people in the Netherlands, people all across the world. And I feel like that has messed the world up in a way. And there's too much national pride still, where a lot of people feel like the Netherlands are this amazing country, but don't really take ownership of their role in history. And that can come across really insensitive. I absolutely hate that. I feel like as a country, we should do better there, or at least be less ignorant about that role that we played on the world stage, in a very negative way. So that at times make me feel really, really awkward about being Dutch. That to me is a clear downside. Lots of travel questions. Have I ever been to India? I have not. I would love to go sometime, but I don't have any concrete plans for the near future. Because for the most part, I don't think I'm going to be traveling a lot soon. Because I kind of have to be at my desk and focus on things here, at least for the foreseeable future. I do love traveling a lot, though, and there's a lot of places I have been to. I saw Denmark in the comments. I've been there. Once was a really nice experience. I went to Copenhagen, and that city for me felt very comparable to Utrecht, which is the city where I live now. Had a very nice, friendly, and accessible vibe. I've been to Germany quite a lot, and I've been like in most of Europe quite a bit. Because at some point in my life I was touring with a band of a friend of mine, and they went on a tour through Europe. No information on where that went and what the band was, and because that's too much personal info for right now. But that was a really cool experience. We got to see a lot of cities, big and small, and it was an adventure. I learned a lot about just about myself in general there, and just being in different places is something I would recommend. If you have that opportunity, go for it. Charles asks, do I speak another language which isn't English? Not really. I speak a little bit of German, a little bit of French, but it's more to a level of I'm able to understand it than a level of I'm actively able to have a conversation in that language. I wouldn't manage. We need more stone. This is about how long it takes to get one inventory emptied out. This one I was expecting. How am I doing that thing with the hotbar? We're gonna. This one is gonna be coming around all stream, and we'll answer it like every now and again. There's a button on my mouse that let me disable the scroll resistance for the scroll wheel, and then it just keeps going. And the reason I'm doing it is that it gives a little bit of texture. We could texture it nicer than this, but I don't want to waste andesite on mountains that are mostly going to be invisible. Okay, guys, we're gonna do a bunch of food questions in a row. We're gonna rapid fire them. Number one was, do you like sushi? Yes, absolutely love it. Number two, are you vegan or vegetarian? There are periods where I eat vegetarian. I've never committed to being fully vegan, but there's also periods where I try not to eat any sort of processed foods, and at that point you're getting relatively close to it. A Dutch classic food question, which is friet or patat. I honestly have no preference, and I also don't eat it a lot. Favorite food? Don't really have that one dish that I love beyond anything else, but I'm really into spicy food. Do I like shawarma? Yes, definitely. Don't eat it a lot, but that's great. What's my daily calorie intake? It varies quite a bit, and I actually do have a pretty reasonable idea of where it's at. Currently, I'm at around 1900, which is a small deficit. And then later I'll bring it back up again. Oran, pizza or pasta? Love from Italy, dude. Thank you very much. I'm clearly gonna go with the pizza there. Like, no doubt. TV, what games am I gonna play in the future? I'm kind of curious if there's ever going to be a different game like Minecraft filling this space. I'm curious about, for example, what Hytale will entail. No pun intended there, but that kind of happened. Anything generally creative, I'm all for it. But I also really enjoy playing competitive games, but mostly in a social setting. I've never really committed to trying to climb a ladder on any game, and I don't necessarily see myself doing it because I'm very aware of the time investment that it takes, and I feel like to me that's time that's going to come out of other projects where I don't want to miss it. Can I invite Linksy on the seat? I actually talk to Link every now and again, and I don't think he's very open to doing another project on the side, which I fully understand. Link is like locked in on the grind for his hardcore world, and let's be fair, that is really working for him. That world looks amazing. Any tips on how to survive in a hardcore world, says Hyper Dude. Generally, I think hardcore is more of a mindset than a skill set. When I started this world, I wasn't very good at Minecraft. My in-game control was terrible, and I managed to survive just because I was always thinking about what could go wrong, and I tried to have a solution for it. Even now, when we're in a situation where I'm terraforming underwater, I try to have my inventory set up in a way where I can easily get my armor on if I need to, or I can easily get my sword, or I can easily get a golden carrot. As long as you have solutions for whatever's going to go wrong before it goes wrong, I feel like you have a really good chance to actually survive it. Tom Gamma with the orb bar, dude. Thank you for a $5 donation. Just got home, didn't know the stream turned into a podcast. Well, I really love the chill vibe. Into the music really works well with the vibe too. It got suggested earlier this week, and I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. It's probably also the only time in like the entire history of the channel, going forward as well, that we're gonna do this type of stream, without me actually talking to you guys. This is the only time I think that you're gonna get this without a face to match it, which is interesting. It's always the type of content that I thought about, but I never saw it as something interesting for a stream. I was like, you guys probably don't want that. You probably want a little bit more action on the stream. I think I may have been wrong there. Falcon, am I a scroller or a hotkeyer? Excellent question. I think I started out scrolling, and I started incorporating more hotkeys along the way. I did, however, realize very early on that there are a couple things that you need to be able to access really, really quickly, which is generally your sword for knockback and your chest plate or elytra to either not take damage or be able to get out of a situation. That's why those ended up in Hotbar slot 1 and 2, which from very early on I've always actively used. And Hotbar slot 3 is the slot that I've always used for water buckets and hay bales and anything that could be used to break a fall. Lucarius asks, have I ever gotten any fan art from my viewers? I get quite a bit through the Discord mostly, and sometimes on Instagram or on Twitter. And I've actually kept a folder with all of it. It's a really cool collection at this point. A couple of people asking when is the face reveal happening. Let's give the context, the full context for what is going on with the face reveal. In February of last year, I decided that I was going to do the face reveal and that I wanted to do it before the year was over. I also, at that point in time, planned that I would do it in December, because you only get to do a face reveal once. And in the growth and development of a channel, but also just a person on the internet, I guess, making content, it's a memorable moment. It's a moment that means something and you only get one shot at it. You can only do it once. So I wanted to have a solid lead up to it and then do it in December. What got in between is that I moved to a new apartment in August, and I had a major setback there because I still don't have enough internet bandwidth to stream from that apartment. But as soon as I started planning that face reveal in February of last year, I decided that I was going to absolutely over-deliver on it. So if that internet situation didn't happen, I would have just announced the date, which was originally December 10th, because I was pretty sure that it would be solved by then. I was like 99% sure, and we hit the 1% because either I made a bad call on how difficult the situation was, or I got really unlucky. I guess we'll never know which one it is. Probably a little bit of both, to be honest. But I decided that that face reveal was going to be a moment where I absolutely over-delivered on it. So if it would have happened on December 10th, what would have happened is you guys thought there would be a video, or there would be a... Did we kill the playlist already? Oh, we did. It's a wrong playlist. Here's another one. This is the one I actually meant to start. That was a cool playlist, though. That worked. Jay, to you, we started the playlist that we should have been on just now. I'll pick it up with that story about the face reveal. If December 10 would have come along, a couple days before that, I would have started doing some posts, and then I would have kind of made you guys believe that you were either going to get a video or a short stream, and we would have just started streaming without any further announcement. And on the stream, you guys would have gotten a 24-hour timer on the screen, and I would have just started it from there. But then the internet situation happened, and because of that, I couldn't make good on that promise. I still wanted to do that 24-hour stream because I've been preparing things for it for about a year, and it's gonna be the best content I've made so far, I think. And I think you guys are gonna love it. The thing is, when it was taking so long, I decided that I had to kind of tell you why it didn't happen yet and why we're waiting for internet at the new place. Because if it was just going to be a video or just going to be a stream, we could have done it in a stream week. But it's going to be something really different, I guess. And because of that, the date is currently unknown. But as soon as that internet is resolved, I will let you guys know right away when we're doing it. I don't want to announce anything before the internet is laid and up and running, because I don't want to make another promise I can't keep because of circumstance. So wait for it, but it is going to be worth the wait for 100% sure. Gameboy asks, hey Looney, when is the stream highlights video coming out? Difficult question, because I don't quite know. I'm kind of reorganizing my my editing workflow, both with me and people helping out there, and I think we're gonna get that content a lot better than it was before, but it takes some sorting out. I'm really set to start editing it because you guys have helped a lot in providing the clips, and I've sorted the clips already. They are awesome. So it's kind of a matter of putting it together, but there are a couple other things on my plate, also regarding face reveal, that I prioritized over the last couple weeks. So as soon as I find the time, we'll start with the stream highlights from the first stream week, and then we'll make one for the second stream week, and then we'll slowly catch up. By the time the streams are fully back, we do the face reveal and I start streaming from my new apartment, we'll have regular highlights. Robot, how many worlds did I have before I started this one, and how far did I get into those? It's a good question, I like that. When I started playing hardcore Minecraft, I had been playing Minecraft for about 2 to 3 months, and I was very aware that I wasn't very good at the game. But as soon as I decided that I was gonna do hardcore, I took it very, very seriously. I started with the practice world, where I fully intended to try and see how far I could go, but also expected to lose it along the way. That happened rather quickly when I got blown up by a creeper. I don't know exactly when, but like within the first 30 days. Then after that one, I started a new one where I started doing better, and I felt like blast resistance was really important. So I got blast protection on my first piece of diamond armor, and with a bit of luck, I got blast protection 4. So I had a chest plate, diamond, blast prot 4, and at that point I thought I needed more XP, so I was gonna get a mob spawner farm set up, a zombie spawner, in a mine shaft. I had a little house on the beach there, and I was like, all right, this is going well. This is really going well. I got this. So I start getting my resources for the mob spawner, head into the mine shaft, and part of the mine shaft went through an underground ravine. In that ravine, a creeper jumped on my head, and even though I have blast prot 4, I didn't have prot 4 on the rest of my armor, so I immediately died. Got absolutely wrecked by a creeper there. Then I had one where I decided to build a mob spawner above the ocean because that was going to be much, much safer. And when I was doing that, I slipped off and fell on a lower spot on the mob spawner, died from fall damage. That's world number 3. Then in the 4th one, I approached it slightly differently. Got further into the game, survived 100 days, defeated the Ender Dragon, and at that point I decided I was ready, and I didn't really like the recordings that I had made on that world. So I figured I'm going to start it once more. I know what to do now, and this world is going to get me at least past that Ender Dragon fight, which it did, and that's the world that we're still on. Marius, what is my favorite color? For the longest time, I didn't have a favorite color. Until the moment where I decided to dye my hair pink, and then, like, ever since, I got super into pink. Like 100%. So at this point, it's pink, and it's like hot pink is my favorite color. Charles, do I have a creative world where I plan my builds? Let's very quickly visit my creative world. I think it's this one because it's the most minimal thing that you've seen. This is my creative world. Casper with a 50 Danish crown donation, dude. Thank you very much. Hey, Looney, just want to support your work. That is amazing, dude. I really, really appreciate it. As always, I'll put your name on a sign under the Nether Hub as a thank you. I wanted to see if trees made with purely azalea for leaves looked good, and I used this anvil to make a power 4 flame bow, which I needed for an animation for the 6,000 day movie. This is everything I made. The last creative world I had, I accidentally deleted. That's how much I care about them. It was no big deal. That had some redstone test circuits for the fireworks at the Nether Hub, and I think that's about it. Trio, what farms do I have? Let's try to name them in order. I won't go into it all that much because there are quite a bunch. We started with a small sugarcane farm at my first house. Then I made an Enderman farm, a Guardian farm, a Creeper farm, a new sugarcane farm. I made a honey farm. I have a automated nether tree farm, which makes its own bone meal as well. Raceworks design. I have a fortress farm. I have a melon and pumpkin farm. Cocoa beans, glow lichen. Wool farm since very recently. A slime farm. Basalt generator, a cobblestone generator that I made but never used. A concrete converter. Let's see, what else is there? A moss farm, which creates moss and azalea. I think that's it for the most part. There could be a lot more farms, but I feel like building farms, especially in a single player world, is very easy to make complete overkill. Make more farms than you will ever need in your entire world. And your world is going to be easier to play because of it. You'll always have to research for everything. But you'll also spend a lot of time building farms that you never use when you could have been making your world feel nicer and more enjoyable to play in. So that's what I tried to focus on. Oh, there's also a gold farm and a piglin bartering farm, a super smelter with automated bamboo farms. And now I think I've had most of them. Flower farms, snowball farms. Snow Sheep has a great question for the Q&A. How's my day? My day is excellent. Thank you very much. I hope yours is too. Nick, do I play mobile games? The only thing I ever play on my cell phone is very rarely, but this well, I think this would have happened more if we hadn't had lockdown and I would have been traveling more. I sometimes play Minecraft on my phone when I'm on the road, like I'm in an airplane for several hours. Beside that, the only game I ever play on my phone is a game called Auto Chess, which is like one of those auto battle games, and it's like a strategy game. You have to figure out which pieces you buy and try to outsmart your opponents. It's like a little chill puzzle game to like do in a moment where you have nothing at hand. You're waiting for something, for example. But the downside is that the games, like, if you win the game, which I don't play it a lot, so after each season ends, the ranks get reset and you have to re-rank up. That means that I mostly win when I play it because I have never actually ranked up. And if you win, a game takes like 30 minutes, which is a little too long for me. I would much rather have a shorter game, and that makes me play it less. Mano, what type of music do I like? Just about anything. And that sounds like a huge cliche, but it's actually true. I very regularly switch the type of music I listen to most. Recently, I've been into pop punk. I used to listen to a lot of that genre when I was in high school. There's periods where I listen almost exclusively to hip hop. There's periods where I go very much into like pop music, whatever is topping the charts at any given moment. Although then there's a lot of songs that I really like and a lot of songs that I really don't care about. I sometimes even listen to metal or classical music. That's happened before as well. Only thing I don't really enjoy is harder electronic styles, such as hardcore. That's slightly outside of my musical comfort zone, I guess. My least favorite dish. I don't think I have one anymore. As a kid growing up, I really disliked eating rice until eventually my mom convinced me that that was not true. And she's like, you're just saying that. There's not, like, you don't even know what you're saying. And then I decided that I was going to give it a try, and it was actually really good. But I refused to eat it for years. What am I building right now? We're building the mountains that Looneyville is sitting on. I will actually show you what it's turning into. Misha asks, am I religious? No, I've thought about it growing up, but I got to a point where for me personally, it didn't make much of a difference what I believed in. I just felt that regardless of anything, you would have to be nice to the people around you just for the sake of being nice to the people around you. I felt like there was no ulterior motivation, and I couldn't really answer the question if there's anything more that I believe in. And I decided that in the end, for me and how I want to live my life, it doesn't matter all that much. Very personal approach though. Alright, so what we're doing right now is there's all these frames that I've been building underwater because Looneyville is kind of floating, or it has been floating for a very long time. So we're building mountains like these, and then we start terraforming them until they turn into something else. That's just be moral? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, to me that makes a lot of sense for how to live life. Just be moral. Then over here, we have the area a little bit more decorated. So this is what we're going to do on the other side. Cuber, why did I dye my hair pink? I want to do this one. This is good. I took a very long time to figure out what I really wanted to do, or what I wanted to do for a living, what I wanted my job to be. For the longest time, I had no clue. And then eventually I got an opportunity to start working in music management. I understood how the industry worked, and I was willing to learn, and I learned quickly. That started going really well. But then I also was doing creative projects on the side where I would make art installations, and I got paid for that. And that felt really, really crazy. Eventually, that meant that I got to a stage where I was like, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm never happier than when I'm making things. So I should just try and go do that for a job. That was a big decision. I went down that route, and then I realized that if I wanted to do that and I wanted to properly make art, I had to commit to that and not be scared about whether people might think that is weird. I was willing to do that. I was on board with that whole idea and that whole vision of it. And then I realized that in reality, there were a lot of situations where I would avoid doing something or saying something because somebody else might think that was a weird thing to do or say. And I felt like if I was going to make art professionally, I couldn't really afford to do that. So I wanted to kind of get over myself. And in thinking about that, I thought, you know what? What if I do something really crazy and I dye my hair pink? That's going to put me in that situation all the time. Because if you, especially as a guy, if you walk around with pink hair, there's lots of people that are immediately going to assume this dude is weird. There's something wrong with him. And to me, that's fine, because that opinion doesn't decide who I am. It doesn't decide my value as a person. And I don't need the entire world to like me. It's not necessary. It's also not, like, it's not realistic. Regardless of who you are, not everybody is going to like you, and it's fine. And I wanted to reinforce that concept. So I got pink hair, and my hairdresser is a friend of mine. She tried to discourage me from doing it. She's like, dude, this is stupid. Why do you... No, I'm not going to do it. And I said, well, yeah, sure, then I'll get it somewhere else, but I would much rather you do it. Eventually she gave in, and she said, you know, I just wanted to be absolutely sure that you really, really wanted it. Because doing this just because you can and then feeling miserable about it is a terrible experience. But I really, really wanted it. And then I came home, looked at myself in the mirror, and was like, yeah, this is me. This is the most me I've ever been. Vibing Stars, your birthday? Congratulations, dude. Happy birthday. When is my birthday? My birthday is on October 9th. What do I think about NFTs? Oh, there's a beautiful question. To me, NFTs as a concept. So let's define that concept. What an NFT is digital ownership or digital ownership certificate that proves you own a certain piece of art. I think NFT as that concept is a really interesting thing, and I think that is definitely the future in a way, because art has been becoming more and more digital, and it's a great way for artists to actually make a living from the things they make. That being said, NFTs currently are extremely overhyped. And it's a weird space right now because there's a lot of things happening there that are very opportunistic. And my perspective on it is that an NFT shouldn't be about somebody flexing that they own a thing, but it's a great way to monetize creative content that people put a lot of effort in. And I think over the next 5 to 10 years, that market is going to mature. It's going to become less opportunistic, and it's going to be really, really beneficial to the digital art space. Do I own cryptos or stocks? I've at multiple points considered it. So far, I have not invested in any crypto or stock, and the reason is, for the longest time, I didn't have anything to invest. And right now, anything I have to invest, I'm investing back into my channel and my content. Because I feel like investing is, generally speaking, really smart. And I think that if you get to a point where you can afford to, you should definitely look into it. And I'll probably do that as well. But I also feel like there's a lot of things in the world that are more important than money to me, and I want to try and make the most of that. And I feel like I'm in a rare position where I get to chase a really special dream, and I care more about taking my shot there and giving it everything I have in terms of energy, but also just financially in terms of taking the risk to do it. That to me is a higher value, and I'm just gonna go for that. And then if I miss that shot and it doesn't turn into what I expect it to be or hope it would be, that is entirely fair because I tried it. And then I'll figure out the financial situation after that. But for now, I'm all in, and I couldn't be more all in. Tiger Plays asks, what did you want to be when you were older? I've never known that. I've never known that. I've asked that question a bunch, and I never managed to I never managed to find any answers to it. At some point I was thinking about being a lawyer for no other reason than that I like John Grisham books, which is an author that he writes thrillers based in legal cases. It's like Suits. And then I realized that that wasn't actually true, but the books were still cool. Then at some point I read Harry Potter. I thought I wanted to be a wizard. This is not true. This is me just making fun. But I never found an answer to that question. I did find a lot of answers as to what I didn't want to be. And that can be a very negative sentiment where you're like, I don't know anything. I just know that this and this and this isn't my thing. But it can also be a very positive thing where you use that to kind of, all right, so that if it isn't that, then what other directions do I get to explore? And what I've always done, because I didn't know what I wanted to be, is I realized that as you start kind of growing up and getting your life together and making all these big life decisions, you tend to make commitments and decisions that make it harder to go back on that. An example is getting an expensive car, or buying an apartment, or big financial commitments, or big relationship commitments. They kind of restrict your freedom of choice going forward as to what you want to do, because if you have a house, you have to pay the bills for it. And I try to keep that like financial pressure and all the things that are locked in to a minimum, where I still had that freedom to make a drastic switch. And I've made a drastic switch more than once because I found something that was closer to what I wanted to do. And then I think I was like, I was 27, guys. Just realized this. I'm 31 now, but I was 27 when for the first time in my life, it locked in what I wanted to do. And at that point, I realized that I wanted to make art and be creative, and that was going to be my thing. That's the first time I really, really knew. So you got plenty of time probably to figure it out. Yuki, this is a really cool question. I like this one. If you had to delete one of the mega projects in your world, which one would you delete? And which one could you never let go of? So if we say mega projects, we're gonna restrict it to the Nether Hub, the Heart of the Sea, Looneyville, and the End Statue. I feel like the End Statue is ruled out because it's super, super me. I feel like the Nether Hub is ruled out because it's my favorite project, and I feel like Looneyville is ruled out because Looneyville is the most blood, sweat, and tears, so to speak. And it's also like Looneyville is really unique and a really hard design challenge. So that leaves then the Heart of the Sea to be deleted, which is a surprising thing. I feel like there was a moment in this world where if you would have asked me that question, I would have said that the Heart of the Sea was absolutely impossible. But at this point, I feel like I could migrate my main base to any of the other locations, especially because we don't need the Guardian Farm anymore in terms of resources. And it would still be the same world. The only thing that is really like, that I would hate about that is that Gerald is located at the Heart of the Sea. And he is, for me, very, like an integral part of the world. Mooney says, hey Looney, how are you doing? Can we get a Looneyville tour? Definitely. When my inventory's done, we'll quickly fly around to see what we're up to and what we've been doing. thunderstorm. Thunderstorm. Guys, hang on. I actually gotta go to the toilet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll this for you, go to the toilet, and then we do a thunderstorm, and then we pick up the questions. All right, back, sip of water. First off, thunderstorm. Let's get this out here. I'll get going. We're gonna keep the Q&A just. We're gonna keep it rolling. I might miss a couple mob heads here just off of focus. What are you really scared of? Wow, that's a big one. I like it though. I feel like at this moment in time, it's probably the same thing it's always been. Let's rewind a little bit. There's not that many things that are that scare me a lot, but I've always felt like one thing I wanted to desperately avoid is kind of getting stuck in a routine and missing out on life because of it. Kind of getting locked in a daily things that you had to do and forgetting to kind of explore and figure out who you are and what you want to do and what are the most important things in life to you. That is now for the most part gone because I found the answers, but at this point it's because everything is it's not quite the same because everything is bigger now and there's more people involved and the risks are bigger and the responsibilities are bigger. I sometimes worry that I might not pull it off in a way, that I might not be able to deliver on the things I want to deliver on. But it's not a huge fear or anything. It's just it would be sad to realize that you had it right there and it kind of didn't work out. I guess, but it's still in a way it's the same as it was before. This one is difficult to get the right words for. I know really well what I mean, but it's hard to put it in a sentence where it makes sense. Oh, we got another one here. What is my daily routine like? Is and always has been all over the place. Lucas asked this one. I try to make the most of my days and get the most done I can get done while doing a good job and being happy at the same time. And sometimes that means that I get up early and I do like the classic 9 to 5 window. Sometimes it means that I don't go to bed until 6 in the morning because I'm working on something. And sometimes it's somewhere in the middle between those two. I do try to get my workout in, which it was really rough when the gyms were closed for lockdown. I had a bad time with that. I did not enjoy it. Sharky with a 14 South African rand donation, dude. Thank you very much. Will I ever get a netherite? No. I think I'm not even sure whether Sharky meant this or made a joke. Could be both ways. but I won't ever do a netherite beacon because I feel like the time it takes to do that, you can make your world feel so cool rather than having an expensive block pyramid. And I think that doesn't just apply to netherite beacons. In a way, that applies to life. There's a lot of things you can do with your time that to me feel a lot more valuable than flexing how much money you made along the way. It's kind of empty. How many mob heads do I have right now? I think we're at about 2,200, something like that. I have never made a farm for them, so all of those have been manually collected. Might be like 23 or 2,400. We've been growing quite quickly. The thing is that over all of those mob heads, I've popped one totem doing it. So it is a risky business. But it's been really fun. And I've gotten so much better at managing the thunderstorms. Like at the movement to get it right and have it under control. As previously requested, we're doing a quick Looneyville tour. And then we pick it up with the terraforming again. I quickly need to sort my hotbar. As we always do. Let's do the mountains again? Yes, we're back to it. You guys have no idea how many hours I've already done that. Absolutely insane. Alright, shaders on. And here we go. We got the castle, which has been here for the longest time. This is the first part I made of Looneyville. And then I already had the concept. And that's when we made Sky Triangle, because I didn't want to skip out on really complex terraforming here before we had all the other biomes done, or districts done. I felt like it would be really nice to make it into a city first and then fine-tune it. Do I have a diamond beacon? Yes. Somewhere under the heart of the sea, there's a museum area. Here we have the Looneyville city slums. And then if we fly this way, we find the crafts district, which is largely done and decorated. That transitions to the gardens and the education district, which is here. And then over here, we still need to make administration and healthcare. Those are going to be on this end. Here we got the villas. Tom Gamma with a $2 donation. Thank you very much. Am I fat or bald? And do I shower with socks on? Does anybody shower with socks on? That sounds like a terrible experience. I mean, wet feet, like wet socks are the worst. Also, I'm not fat and not bald. Imagine me like saying I have pink hair and then just having no hair at all. We got the trade district over here. And then the lighthouse, mid-income residentials. And the area that we've been working on over the last couple days. Last week, pretty much. We got the docks over here. And then the industrial area. Which is coming together really well. Yeah, wet socks are the worst. Stepping in water is like really annoying. Oh, we need to get more stone. Have I played Wordle? I've only recently seen the name of the game for the first time. I have no idea how it works and what it does. Am I any good? I don't know. I don't know. We would have to find out. Oh, hang on 1 second. Do I have any pets? Me, myself, I don't have any pets. But right now, for Stream Week, I'm at my parents' place. They have a Airbnb apartment under the house, which is where my old studio was, which is where I'm streaming right now. And they have a cat and a dog, which are both super adorable. Spam is the name of the cat. And Spam is the... a lot of the member emojis are based on Spam. Because when I started streaming, Spam would literally lay on my keyboard mid-stream. very old community post. There's a picture of him. I think like 5,000 subscriber cat reveal we did. Ooh. Epic Potato, can I make a home in Looneyville for the great Momsy and Dadsy right now so they only see it when it's done? They as awesome as they are, I feel like they don't really need a home in Looneyville. I would much rather give you guys homes in Looneyville because they not only have a nice home for themselves, they also have a camper, which is already amazing. So they have a home on wheels, which they get to take out for little vacations. They're all set in the housing department. So the houses in Looneyville are exclusively for you guys. Tom trying to skip the queue with a $2 donation. And the trick did not work. Question will not get answered. Also, I don't like the concept of skipping the queue. So I don't think donations should be questions. Not today. On any other day that does work. Right now, I would love to answer the favorite questions that I find in chat. What is the biggest setback I've had in Looneyville? Yeah, that's not a hard question. The biggest setback we've had in Looneyville happened this week when after 2,100 and something hours of playing in this world, I found out that I built it upside down. This is actually, it's super dumb. If you haven't been here for that stream, I will show you what I actually mean by that. But it's like, it's so stupid. Looneyville on the map spells out the Looney Adventure, right? You guys know this. So it's not only a city, it's the title of the hardcore series. The thing is, in Minecraft, you can place banners like this one, and you can give them a name. And then they will show up on the map. So look what happened. The world is upside down, and there's nothing we can do about it. We found this out when I tried to make Sky Triangle have a name. Snow Sheep asks, should I make a loony hair farm because you made a sheep farm? Yes, you should. Itay Mazer asked for a world tour. I'm gonna give you guys a full world tour later this week. Actually, it's gonna be released on the 23rd. It's the most extensive one yet. But let me ask you guys right now. If we do a quick world tour on the stream, it's gonna be like a super quick one. I'll barely show you anything, but just the main projects. Yes or no? Poll is there for you guys. Will I build anything under Looneyville? Asked Jonas. Like a secret underground world because there's so much space. The amount of space under Looneyville is insane. And I actually realized that there's so much opportunity there. I don't quite know whether I'm going to do anything with it or whether I'm going to leave it open. And the only reason that I don't know is there's so much left to finish in this world. And I have a moment in time in mind where I give you guys a world download. And that will... I want to have the main things that I need to finish by them. So I'm going to have to compromise on some of the things where I don't fully finish it. And Looneyville, under Looneyville... it's not on the priority list, but it's a really good location and there's a lot of potential. There are some things though that I'm gonna leave open, and I'm gonna be really curious what you guys do with it after I give you guys a world download. He has a Nautilus shells. Do I have any brothers or sisters? I have a sister who's 2.5 years younger, and we are actually great friends. Wait, did he despawn? That's crazy. I just spun around. He's not here anymore. My sister and I, back when we were growing up, we weren't the best of friends. We would actually, like, we would torment each other a little bit. There's this... I'm not trying to tell you guys that my sister was terrible and I wasn't, because that was not the case. We tormented each other. But there's this one story which just exemplifies it better than anything else. And in this one, my sister gets the blame. So eventually, or at some point, she was mad at me for whatever reason. And she had perfected the art of making my mom be mad at me. For something I didn't do. So she carved my name into the dinner table, like on the side, wooden table. And she carved like the first 3 letters and then stopped. And then she went to tell my mom that I was carving my name into the table. And I was like, I can't bear things that feel unfair to me. Especially back then. I was terrible at handling a situation like that. So my reaction was I got super mad at her. And then in the end, my mom was rightfully mad at me for being mad at her. But I completely lost that whole confrontation. And then I think I ended up in my room or something. And I was just like, I was so confused and mad and agitated about it. How all of that ended up backfiring. Or like ended up being my fault. Again, my sister wasn't the bad one. We were messing with each other. And then I moved out of the house. And like 2 months later, we were really good friends. We just like... We needed a little bit of space, I guess. And now we live in the same city. And that's really, really awesome. World Tour is a resounding yes. So I think we're going to make it like a 10-minute-ish tour. Where I'll take you guys on a quick trip around the world. 318 votes. That's a ton, guys. Thank you very much for letting your voice be heard. How do I like my siblings? Says screen was muted. As I said, it had to grow, but we're great friends right now. You guys all know this place here. Queen Kitten became a Looney Adventure again. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You have seen that video, so I don't have to direct you there. How many times have I killed the Ender Dragon and the Wither? 27 Ender Dragons and 190 Withers, or something like that. This project here, Loonyville, big city built on the water, and since not so long ago, connected to the ocean underneath. So now it's actually a mountain ridge being pushed up. You can see that there's a hard line here still, where there's just sand there, but it doesn't transition down. I'm gonna solve issues like that later. But for now, we just want to make it look good. Setup tour after the face reveal, because the new studio is wild, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys. This here is the Heart of the Sea, my main base. And this has evolved over time a lot, because I started building this base by draining out the monument around day 60 in the world. By now, we're on day 6,420 exactly. Nice. And a lot has changed here. We got new floors in here. It finally has living quarters. There's a lot of farms under here, because this is my not only the Heart of the Sea, but also the Heart of the Season, kind of the engine room to the world. Lots of different farms, and since very, very recently, it's connected to a cave system underneath. So we have lots of plants here, lots of berries and vines hanging down. We have a cave here that transitions into that cave system. Part of this is natural, but it's not a lush cave. We transformed it ourselves. It goes all the way back there, but in the back I have to trim the glowberries because we didn't do that yet. And then here around the corner, it continues down this way. In this cave system are all the storage systems for the farms up above. Over this way, we find the axolotl pond. This is where the map room used to be, but that has been moved. And we find the main museum in the world, where I keep track of everything special that has happened. And the museum is currently closed. We should actually put tape on there or something. And it's closed if there were actual people to visit, because we're remodeling. Right now, this hall is opened up. This is where all of the mob heads were, but I put them in here because they were suspect of causing lag. I still don't know if they actually did. We're trying to address the lag here. And then here, this is a new, bigger part of the museum. This is a diamond beacon, but it's coated in lime glass. And this is a reference to a art project that I made outside of Minecraft before I started the channel. This side of the room still has to be decorated. These are all the shulkers that I found when my world was 1 year old, and I went to clean up the old projects. That where we found those. And then here we have the rare Halloween mobs, but there's no connection to this room yet. We still need bridges and walkways. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? I like that question. It's a little bit of both. I'm definitely a people person, and I thrive on connections. At the same time, I feel like a lot of my life is lived inside of my head. It's just ideas spiraling around, which is good. I like that. But I had to find a certain balance between the two. I do think I'm in I've gotten to know myself really well over the last 10 years or so. And now everything is easier because I took the time to get to know myself. Do I have a full diamond mob? We have 5. 3 zombies and 2 skeletons. Sharky Plays with a 35 South African rand donation says, extremely hard challenge. Don't collect any more heads. Yeah, I'm gonna feel that. I'm gonna feel that miserably. We're not gonna stop collecting. I would love to get an insane amount, 5,000 or whatnot. Then here is the Nether Hub. I actually want to organize my hotbar a little bit, just in case anything were to happen, which I really don't expect, but better safe than sorry. Nether Hub is the place that now ties the world together. Every big project and every small project as well, except the Fortress Farm, is accessible from this Nether Hub. Fortress Farm needed a specific Nether Fortress, so it's further out. This place is, at this point, my favorite build because I just like the dark vibe that we have here. And it's so cool that there was nothing here before and we made all of this. Was a mighty grind, and it's not quite done because as you guys can see around the back, there's a lot of buildings here that aren't decorated yet. We will do all of that. And that is why areas like under Looneyville are a bit up in the air and we might not do it because this one has priority. Oh, I'm getting the wrong portal. Because if we want to go to the Stronghold portal room, we need to go in here. Beamed it. What fruit do I like? Favorite fruit is passion fruit. Has been forever. I think will be forever. In here we have 24 Endermen who are trapped in the pillars. I only have 14 rockets, but my nitro durability is good. Let's check out the end statue. Favorite singer? Changes over time. The one thing that has been consistent for a long time now is my one favorite album, which is To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. This here's the end statue. This is where the end island was a long time ago. But we got rid of that and replaced it with this crazy build. How did the Enderman not teleport out of the columns? I've had that question a lot. And to me, it's pretty straightforward. But I guess I never thought about the alternative that they would teleport out. What I did is I used boats to get them in the pillars. I put name tags on them and never aggroed them. And they just don't try to escape. Your mom with the 10 Polish Lottie donation. Thank you very much yet again. Name always gets me. Ayo, also, hi, wow, wow you doing? Nice, like that. Appreciate the continued support, dude. Do we have more rockets here? No, but we'll get it at Looneyville. One thing we didn't check on the world tour, there's actually a lot of things, but one of my favorite things in this world is actually this decorated cave where we have Gerald, Guardian Octopus, watching over the base. His full name, Gerald, Keeper of the Conduits, Protector of the Loot. Timo says lag. That's because of this base. This one, there's too many entities here. NC counter is about 600, 700 in the base. And that gives it a bit of a hard time. Would I rather stop making content and keep on playing on the world, or delete the world and still make videos? Ask Casper. It's definitely the later one. I'm really attached to this world, but if I can't share it with you guys, it doesn't mean all that much. And that's not saying that it isn't worth doing something by yourself, but as I said just now, when somebody asked me whether I was an extrovert or introvert, I thrive on connection, and I feel like, to me, things get meaning as you start sharing them. So without you guys, it would feel really empty. I don't know where my rocket choker is, so we need to get a new one. Wait, it should have been here. Have you ever been rickrolled? I don't think there's anybody here that has never been rickrolled. Here's my rocket choker. It has happened, yes. When somebody rickrolls me, I'm always a little bit proud of them for pulling it off. Sharky with another 35. Thank you very much. Looney, Yuri's asking if he should dye his hair blue. What do you think? I think it would be cool. So, the answer there is that is something I can answer for you. It's like my friend tried to do when I was about to dye my hair pink. She actually dyed it, and she tried to discourage me from doing it. I think that's a healthy attitude, because if you're gonna be happy with blue hair, you kind of know that before doing it, and if you don't know it for sure, you're probably not ready yet. Do I watch other Minecraft hardcore players? I do occasionally check if I can see and find cool worlds. Mostly if I actively go and watch, I check out a Twitch stream. Rajit says, does Gerald need a netherite beacon because he might be complaining for it to complete his loot, and you can't deny or suppress his voice? Gerald's not the complaining type. He's also not that greedy. He's perfectly happy with all the loot he has. Also, netherite beacon? No. No. Lots of questions about what kind of sub goals I have for the month, for the year, for today. I don't really do sub goals. I never have. I try to think about it this way. If I want to do what I do, it's gonna take a lot of time to make something really special. It has taken a lot of time already, but I feel like we're not quite there yet. And to put in the effort to actually get that time commitment, to put in the work, you need to be really motivated and happy doing what you do. So rather than trying to set goals in terms of numbers, I try to check if my process still works for me. And I have a active feedback loop where I try asking myself if I'm happy doing what I do, if I'm doing enough to be happy with my effort, and if any of those don't check out, what I can do to change it up. And as long as I feel like that process is working well, I could care less about the numbers. The numbers are, they're like a symptom, not a goal or a cause. So if things are going really well, I feel like numbers are going to move with that. And I'm just really, really excited that there's so many people here. I don't feel like we should hit 1 million anytime soon. I think we could. I think we are heading there. But I literally don't care about it. I will celebrate it. That I will do. Because again, if the process is good and these things happen, it is because you managed the process well. And that is something to be proud of and happy with. Gustav with a €1 donation, dude. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Alright, fill this one in. How can I switch between my hotbar slots so fast? I have a mouse with a button on the top that lets me disable the scroll wheel resistance. So basically, if I spin it, it's gonna keep spinning for some 20 seconds. Gradually become slower. And I use it to randomize blocks, which saves a little bit of time in decorating later. The mouse is a G604 by Logitech. I recently switched to this one because it has more buttons on the side that you can assign to your hotbar hotkeys. So I'm trying to step my game up. Riley is building all the farms necessary for having a special Minecraft world? Absolutely not. I think you could make a really, really special world without making a single farm ever. I don't even think that. I know 100% that you could. Will Looneyville ever get a zoo with different animals as Cyprus? No, not in the traditional sense, although we will get some animals in the Looneyville gardens. I won't make a full zoo because we just don't have the space on the ladders. It's too full. And I don't want to make mini cages for animals. That feels weird. Artist, what is my favorite book? This one's nice. I like this question. Is and has been forever The Lord of the Rings. And there's a reason for it. It's not just because of the story. It's that book for me was a journey. It was an experience, and I'm never gonna forget that. We had a bookshelf at home, and there were just different books on there. And one of them was like this very thick blue and yellow book, and it was the full Lord of the Rings trilogy in a bundle. And it had the thinnest pages I had ever seen. It's like rice paper. It was like insanely thin. And that book was enormous. And I was just like, how can there be so much? I was really young at this point. How can there be so much in one book? What is this? I wanted to read it, but it was in English. So my mom said, you can't read it. It's in English. And I think I started in that book when I was, let me think. It was grade 4, so I must have been 7 or 8. And I had to read it. And she was right, I couldn't. But I just started. And there were some words that I knew, and it had like a glossary where you could look up terms. So I started learning about what hobbits were and all that. And gradually I started learning more words from watching television, looking up words in a dictionary, seeing it in the book again and again, and I would kind of patch it together by context, which is, as a kid, it's much easier to learn a new language. And it started to come together, and over the course of a year, I read the book, and I kind of learned English while doing it. And it was such a journey, and I remember specific passages in the book that were just magic. Subtitle Games asks, what is my favorite item in Minecraft? Elytra, zero doubt. Because that makes the world so much bigger and smaller at the same time. It adds so much possibilities to the game that wouldn't be there otherwise. Bike or car? Both. I really enjoy driving a car. But in a lot of situations, if you're living in a city, a bike is just much more practical. I currently don't own a car. I sold my car like, I think 2 years ago. It kind of broke down, and I was like, it's not really worth it to get a new one or to fix it because I'm not going to be using it all that much for the foreseeable future. And I haven't really missed it. Minecraft or Fortnite? My game's actually Minesweeper. I've been really into... No. Minecraft! What is this? Fortnite, arguably, objectively a good game, by the way. But Like, I'm a Minecraft boy all the way. Dream or techno? I don't think this is a either or question. We need both. I feel like we're beyond this. Mom or dad? Ooh, this is a controversial question. I'm gonna be extremely honest. It's a very personal answer, of course, but in my case, mom. Because my mom did a much better job at raising kids, and I think as a parent, as soon as you decide to become a parent, that is like your number one responsibility, because you decide for somebody else to exist, and when you do that, you gotta nail it. She did. She's absolutely amazing. The playlist finished. We are gonna go to... Which one do we do? Let's go Streamlist 1. Pick it up there. Mariam says, for me, Fortnite, my guy. That's legit. That's valid. I like that. Everybody has their own preference. Could you repeat there, Jay? Memes or Vine? Ooh. Couldn't choose. I would if I would have to, I would probably go Vine. But that's a very, like, honestly I've no reason or logic behind it. Cat or dog? Depends on their personality for the most part. But if I had to choose, I kind of trailed off. What were we talking about? Pineapple or no pineapple? Definitely pineapple, but keep it away from my pizza. I don't want it there. I like this rapid fire. Winter or summer? Summer easy. Oh my, this winter, like, for me, I need sunlight right now. Give me sunlight. Mac Gaming, do I have a subreddit? The dumbest answer is yes, we do. I think it's Looney Official, but I'm not quite sure. Wait, let me switch the shaders back because it seems to be a bit janky. Mountains or beaches? I'll go mountains there. Have I seen the Harry Potter movies? Yes, love them. Oh my, this one. Do you skateboard? That one's magic. Yes, I do. Or no. I stopped a long time ago, but I skateboarded so much. I grew up on a board. And some of my favorite Minecraft creators, like people that I met through Minecraft, all skateboarded as well. Apparently that's a common denominator, which is kind of surprising. I'll give you a couple names, like Minecraft creators that skateboarded a lot. For starters, we got Switchback Mongo, Not Brock, and Linksy, all skateboarders, and me. Minecraft or my mom? I don't see any applicable scenario where I have to choose between those two. Next question. Eat or drink? For survival, we're really gonna need to do both. Coffee or tea? Coffee. First time here, great videos and streams. Thank you very much and welcome to the stream. Antique or brand new? Ooh. I can't pick. It depends. Like my apartment right now, it feels really modern and clean. But Antique usually has more character and stories to it, which then is really cool. I don't like it when things are fragile and vulnerable. I don't want to feel bad if something accidentally breaks. Like, it's not that things break all the time when in building, but like if I spill a cup of coffee on my couch, I just want to go like, whatever, that happened. Unfortunate is what it is. And with Antiques, things tend to hurt more if a cup of coffee spills on it. Riptide or channeling? Channeling for the Mobhead collection. I actually don't use Riptide a lot, and I started using it during thunderstorms, but I've never actively used it for traveling because it's easy to just get a bunch of rockets. PC or PlayStation? I've always been a PC gamer for the most part. I have an Xbox myself, not a PlayStation, but I don't have a strong preference between the two. I prefer, like, I really like playing a video game on the couch, but having a mouse to me is a real benefit. So I do enjoy that. Healthy Habits with a $10 donation. Thank you very much. Something my friend said made me want to go ahead and dye my hair the way I've always wanted, but then I prepared to go through with it. I got scared of judgment from my other friends and build. That seems that seems valid. Like, I can relate, but I think you're only ready to go and dye it if you feel like that judgment isn't an issue anymore, because it's guaranteed. Either people are gonna look weird at you, or you're gonna think that people look weird at you when they actually don't. But if that's gonna make you like self-conscious about it, I wouldn't do it yet. Did I have good grades? This is a bit of a odd subject for me because the answer is yes and no. We get grades on a scale of 1 to 10, and I'm the kind of person that would both get 10s but also get the occasional 3 or 4, and I shouldn't have. Will we play a parkour before the break? Yeah, I feel like we should. City or countryside? I'm a city person, but I feel like every now and again going to the countryside is really, really healthy. Because cities are great, but they also eat people alive. If I had to go to university, what kind of study would I choose? So I graduated from uni as a media researcher. If I would have to go back to uni, I would probably do something way out there. You know what? No. If I would have to go back to university, I would go and study philosophy, because I don't think I'm ever going to do anything with a university degree, career-wise. And if I were to go back, I would love to learn about something really wild like astrophysics, or I would like to think about thinking, which is something I do a lot anyway. And diving deeper into philosophy, I'm sure I would really, really enjoy it. Would I rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 small ducks? I feel like there's only wrong answers here, but so let's reframe it. The entire world is gonna explode, and I'm the only one that can save it. To do so, I have to either fight one horse-sized duck or 100 smaller ducks. I would battle 100 smaller ducks. It would be intense, and they could overwhelm me by sheer numbers. But a horse-sized duck can instantly knock you out, and then there's no fight happening, I feel like. So I would go, in this case, for death by about 1,000 cuts. rather than instant destruction, because otherwise the world is gonna explode, and I don't want that to be on me either. So I gotta give it my best shot. Nathan Mitchell with a $2 donation, dude. Thank you very much. Favorite block? Nice to finally catch a stream. Love you, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Favorite block? I don't really have one because every block exists in a palette of blocks around it. Great example of that. We had a super surprising combination of blocks the other day when we built the outside decoration for the dye factory here. I would have never thought about endstone and red nether brick and dark prismarine, but this building has a lot of character somehow. I really like it. If I would have to give a shout out to any block, I really like the addition of Deep Slate to the game. To me, that is like massive addition in terms of having more variety in neutral type blocks, and that just gives you the option to make more nuanced builds with your pellets that have slight variations. So Deep Slate is personal favorite at the moment. Would I rather kill a panda or a llama? Would I rather have 50 new iPhones or a super cool setup? What does one man do with 50 iPhones? Why would I need that? I would literally rather have like anything than 50 new iPhones. If I could give 50 iPhones away to random people, that would be kind of appealing. I see the upside to that, but I don't need 50 iPhones. As for a really cool setup, that makes me be able to make... It definitely helps me with making better content. And that to me is very, very valuable. So let's go with the setup there. Nathan with another 2. Dude, thank you very much yet again. I have to ask, how come your hotbar is going crazy? The hotbar is... I have a mouse. It's a Logitech G604. I recently got a new one. And there's lots of mouses that do this, but they have a scroll wheel on the top, like any mouse, and then a button right next to it that lets me disable the scroll wheel resistance. So if I scroll normally, this is what it does. The resistance stops it. If I press that button, it unlocks that resistance, and then it just keeps going. And I use that to randomize block placement. So the only thing I have in my hotbar are stone and cobblestone in alternating positions, and then any item that you can't place or doesn't do anything with a right click, such as a pickaxe or a sword. Sell the phones to get a better setup. Guys, I don't have time to make a iPhone selling side hustle. I'm busy making videos. Black or white setup in terms of the screen and the colors of the keyboard and everything, I don't care one bit. Light mode or dark mode in Discord? I do prefer dark mode, especially because I sometimes work late at night and then it's just rough if everything is super bright. Keyboard or mouse? I kind of feel like you need one with the other. Riley, did I like my parents? Like growing up? I think everybody growing up at some point or another clashes with their parents. But in general, yes, and I have always liked them. But my parents, they've been really supportive of everything I did. And I think that has helped me a lot. Nathan with another 2. Okay, that makes sense. I've always wondered. I get that question a ton, dude, about the hotbar. And it's also like everybody coming in wonders. So it's a question we don't answer every 2 minutes because it literally gets asked every 2 minutes. There's a Nightball command for it. I picked this trick up, the Hotbar Shuffle, from a video by Mumbo, of all people, building tricks by Mumbo. And he picked it up from someone, but I don't remember. I don't think he actually knew. He gave an answer similar to what I just gave. Like, I picked it up from this person, but I have no idea where it comes from. I think we have an interesting line here. I think we're gonna connect this down below. Oh, this needs to get way further. Do you have a life? What does that even mean, guys? Everybody has a life, and as for my life, I'm living a really, really happy one. I'm in the best place I've ever been. I have a lot of great friends. I have a full overlap between my job and my hobby. Couldn't be better. Well, there's one thing that could make it better, honestly. A solid internet connection so I can stream. And I don't have to go to my old studio for stream weeks. Yes, this is gonna work. Ooh, guys, we're almost at 1,000 likes. If you haven't liked the stream yet, but you are enjoying it, please click that like button really quickly. Get it to 1,000, and that always gets it recommended to more and more people, which I really appreciate if you could do that. How did I learn English? Books, movies, and video games. By the time we started getting English in school, I could pretty much speak English. I feel like that's the best way to learn, is just to consume content in that language you want to learn. If I got invited to Hermitcraft, would I stream on Hermitcraft? I think the question before that... Oh, guys, thank you very much for 1,000 likes. That instantly happened. Appreciate it. So would I join Hermitcraft if I got invited? I think I would. It would be a difficult decision in a way, because I would have to balance that and finishing this Looney adventure to the point where you guys can get a world download, and I want to do that. But at the same time, I feel like it's a rare opportunity, and I know for a fact that I would have so much fun on there that I think I would not be able to say no to it, and I would absolutely go for it. And then if I would definitely stream it, because why not? Am I good at English grammar? Not the best, actually. Not terrible, but I do make the occasional mistake. When the world is finished, we'll start another one. The only thing I can say for certain is that when the world is finished, I won't be quitting Minecraft. But I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do after, because I don't think a world is ever fully finished. So I might continue it later in some sort of some way or form, or I might start a new one. I feel like it's not that close, and I haven't made up my mind yet. And I probably, at the moment that you guys get the world download, I don't think I would have fully made up my mind by that point. Nathan with another 2. Dude, thank you again. This is crazy. Alright, man. Gotta head out. Have fun. We love you, dude. Thank you very much for all the kind words and the support. And have a great night. I'm gonna refresh really quickly the game, because it was choppy. I don't know why. Elytra Totem. Easy Elytra there. Are we really high render distance? No. What mob would I add to Minecraft? Honestly, no idea. Manny Freddy, what mouse? Logitech G604. Favorite animal? Don't really have one, I think. No. Hyperdude, how do I not have a Dutch accent while talking English? I think there's a little bit of Dutch there. Lots of people do hear it. It's also a little bit patched together from different international friends I have and movies that I watched. I think it's as you start using a language more, you're gonna stick with whatever accent you have starting out. But as you realize you're making mistakes, you can kind of adjust them along the way, and then you get basically, if you do anything a lot, including speaking a language, you're gonna understand the rules that make it operate and how it works. And then if you realize that you have been mispronouncing something for a long time, it's probably gonna click that there's a couple other things that should sound slightly different as well. Or you hear somebody else say it and you're like, oh, that's what it should sound like. I think it develops over time the more you use it. Am I gonna get a better PC for the lag? I honestly can't get a much better PC. I feel like the main lag issues, the one thing that is gonna improve a lot is me starting to stream from a dual PC setup where the streaming load isn't on this PC, because I think most of the lag comes from the stream, not the game, except for at the Heart of the Sea where we're literally hitting the limits. Let me reload really quickly because this shouldn't be happening. Other than that, my PC can easily run it, so that's not the issue. But Minecraft is a bit lag prone if you build really big things and you're not smart about how you do it. Phase reveal when? As soon as I have quick enough internet at my new apartment to be able to stream it. Because we're starting with a 24-hour phase reveal stream there. And it has to be in the new studio. As soon as I have the info there, I'll update you guys. For now, there's nothing we can do but wait and enjoy the stream weeks until we get there. Parkour when? Let me ask you guys. Oh, I'm on all caps. Hang on. There you go. Quick sip of water. You're way behind, Jay. What day am I in right now? 6,422. I was what? My Discord disconnected? And then I automatically came back. I have no idea that this happened. I have no clue. I didn't reconnect, so something happened, I guess. Not sure. Ender plays, you press no, oops. Okay, so we gotta add one to the yes. Which is gonna be fine because a lot of people voted. Do I also dye my eyebrows? No, and also not all of my hair. Have I followed the Olympic Games? No. Barely. I've read some results, seen some highlights, but I haven't been following at all because I was just really focused on Stream Week. How tall am I? 1 meter 76 centimeters, which I believe is 5'9". Where do we fill this in? Best pizza topping. Jalapeno peppers. Do I regret that I'm in a small cave? Do I regret that I slept in this world? No, not at all. That developed over time and that's perfectly fine. What country am I from? I'm from the Netherlands. As always, kind request to everybody else who's from the Netherlands to keep the stream chat in English so everybody can follow what is going on. Alright, we got a 64% yes. Let's do that parkour intermezzo. Am I gonna focus? Who knows? Am I gonna focus? I don't know if I have it in me. Sip of water. Is there a reason I built the Looneyville letters out of cobblestone? No, it's easy. Like I had it, it's cheap. Alright. A sub 600 required. I can hear you, Jay. $5.69 incoming, says Tyler. That is the target time. We are gonna get it at some point. What did I study in college? I graduated as a media researcher. Miriam asked that one. Parkour feels chill right now. That's good. What is my best time? On stream, 586. In training, 573. I count the 586 as a PB because I like counting the time under pressure. That was a really dumb waste of 2 seconds. Can I please say something in Dutch? We don't do that here. What is my biggest donation? $420 for the meme. That was wild by Memphis. Well, I go for the skip. Maybe we should just be confident about it. Maybe that's a yes. Have I ever been recognized IRL? No. Favorite country? Don't have one. Have I ever sworn accidentally in my streams? I have, and I've retold it. So censorship incoming. Don't listen. Don't listen, guys. I've accidentally. This is actually cool. I've accidentally dropped a oh shit when I hit 1,000 days in the world. That was the only time. and now, but this wasn't accidentally. This was a recollection. Maybe I should stop saying maybe, maybe not. Favorite color? Pink. No doubt. Oh my, that was a bad jump. No! Oh, my sprint isn't working. Okay, we're back. Will I do a modded survival? Not anytime soon because we're just... I'm so committed to this one. I'm not gonna change it up. Roland, how am I doing today? I'm doing really, really good, dude. Thank you for asking. We can still get a sub 600 here. Do I like Nutella? I don't eat it a lot, but that's my favorite chocolate base. Will I do a let's play? Aren't we doing that? What is the highest view count on stream? It's a really, really wild number. I think we hit like 11,000 or something right after the 5,000 day video. That was absolutely insane. Which is all due to YouTube algorithm. I was in trending with 2 videos then, and then it get pushed out everywhere. We clearly lost some momentum with that stream break, but as I say, or as I have said quite a lot, numbers aren't all that important. As long as this whole process is going well, everything is going to work out. And I'm just really happy that you guys are here. Please, Looney, tell me your YouTube name. It's called Looney. Also, you are already subscribed. You can't say that. Have I made this parkour map myself? No, it's made by a guy called Hilke, who makes a ton of really awesome parkour maps. Day number I don't know of Looney calling humans numbers? No! Would I rather hit 1 million subs or day 10,000? Don't care. They're both arbitrary. Oh my. What am I doing? Favorite movie? Pixar movie called Soul, which I'm gonna rewatch next week. I'm already looking forward to it. Do I know Triggered Insan? I do, because he rated my stream once. Came in with like 5,000 people. Absolutely crazy. Why am I doing parkour? 1, because people requested it, and 2, for the training. I think it's really important to keep improving your game movement, like your skill set. Because hardcore is all about that one moment where you have a second to fix a mistake or you lose your world. You don't have to be like... There's not a lot of situations where you're gonna lose the world, but if you hit one of the situations, you only have one chance to fix it. How am I reading chat while doing this parkour map? You want to know a secret? I'm not. This is all pre-recorded. How would that even work? Like, actually answering a question. What am I doing? No, I have moderators helping me out. I couldn't do what I do. I'm just going to go this way. I couldn't do what I do without their help. And they read your questions to me so I can react to it while also concentrating on the gameplay, which we believe makes for really, really cool content and a better experience for you guys. How does it feel being well known and reaching millions of people? Love from Sweden, Buster. Dude, thank you very much. Truth be told, I recognize that potential is there, and that I'm aware that the things that I say can be heard by a lot of people, and because of that I'm really aware of the things that I say. But other than that, I don't think about it all that much. And sometimes there's moments where that hits, and it's really cool and really strange at the same time. But in general, I do the things I do because I think I have a story worth sharing, and because I think it is worth it. And everything that happens because of that is kind of tied into it, and a thing that makes it worth it, but also just a part of the process. It's hard to describe. Is this my real voice? Any voice you ever hear on the stream is always going to be slightly altered by somebody's microphone and setup. But yeah, it's my real voice. There's not a lot of heavy processing happening. Do I like Judo? I did that for a long time. I grew up doing that, and I did really enjoy it. What shade of pink is my favorite? Hot pink. This parkour run is terrible. I said I would do a sub 600. You know what? We're just gonna do that. I'm just gonna reset it all the way at the end. I'm not even gonna finish that run. That was not acceptable. We should do better. Am I into F1? Not really. I do occasionally watch it, and if so, I really enjoy it, but I don't follow it at all. Like, I read the results, but I don't check it out all the time. What is the world record on this map? Somewhere in the 400 seconds. I don't know whether it's 470 or 430 or something like that. Either way, it's just an insane time, because there are a couple skips in here that are just ridiculously difficult, but people learn to be insane at things. Marvel or Star Wars? I think I'm gonna go Star Wars there. Matt, why did I start YouTube? Because my job was making art installations for mostly music festivals, and we had a lockdown, so that didn't exist anymore. I don't know why I'm insanely bad at parkour today. I'm making mistakes that I really never make. Let's see if I can get it together. How many times have I done this map? A lot. I actually don't know the number, but I think probably over 100. Guys, I'm actually bad. I think we just gotta take a break. I think that's what we gotta do. I don't really see this improving right now. I'll be back in 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna give you guys a poll right before the break is over, and then you can let me know whether you want to have another try on the map, or whether we go directly into terraforming and on with the Q&A. I've been really enjoying this right now. It feels like we're just chatting, and I'm having a great stream. I hope to see you guys here in 10 minutes. I'm going to put a break screen on the screen and a timer that counts it down. When that timer hits 0, I'll be right back with you, and we continue working on the Looney adventure or failing / winning at parkour. Up to you guys. I'll make the poll right before the end of the break. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. I say we got 61% saying yes. So let's try it. Ooh. And 1 second. Let us scroll back a little bit. Stefan Vincent with a $5 donation. Dude, thank you very much. First dono ever. I appreciate that. That's a massive compliment. Thank you very much. You're curious. If YouTube hadn't kicked off, what would I have majored in college? Because my dream is to be an astrophysicist for NASA. Dude, that is a really cool goal. I actually graduated university as a media researcher. But by the time I graduated, I was already working as an artist manager for musicians. And before I started YouTube, I had actually switched course. I quit my management job and I decided I want to be a visual artist. I was going to do whatever it took. And if I didn't make it, I had already decided that at that point I would be fine doing any job. Just have something to pay the bills, and I would try to get my creative outlet in something else. Like I would have gotten a hobby and tried not to define myself by my job. I don't know why the parkour feels so weird. Let me try again. Before break, it was absolutely terrible as well. Wait. I think I got it. Hang on. 1 second, guys. Yes, I think this is it. I think my DPI for my mouse was on the wrong setting. that will do it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to this again, but this is what we needed. I had already made a decision that I was gonna make a living doing anything creative, and that kind of just COVID pressed pause on that, and only then I thought about YouTube. So if YouTube wouldn't have kicked off, I would have gotten back to the art project that I was working on before. And now I'll still pick that up later, but I'll connect it to YouTube. I'll make it one connected thing. Otherwise, I would have done anything, because I realized that society works in a way where a lot of people define themselves by what they do professionally, but that's not the only way to live. And I would have been okay with the alternative, as long as I felt like I had actually tried chasing my dreams. Okay, this does feel a little better, the parkour. Does check out too, because I was confused by the previous run. Because of the type of mistakes that I was making, I was just like, these are things that don't usually go wrong. They were all simple levels that went wrong in one way or another. Like this. Maybe I'm just bad today. Could also be the case. I did work till 3 a.m. last night. But I did get plenty of sleep. What belt was I in Judo? I think I was green, but there's multiple ways to become a black belt. You can get it from taking your exams, or you can get it from competing on a certain level. And I did Judo, then I stopped, then I restarted it later. And at that point, my instructor said, let's go the competitive route. Let's try that. But I've never got far enough to actually do that. Was a realistic plan, I do think. Most of my training partners were brown belts by then. What is my job except being a YouTuber? I was an artist before I started YouTube, but now YouTube is my full-time job. And that is pretty wonderful. What did I like to do as a kid? Take a guess. Take a guess. I think you guys can legitimately all guess that. My favorite thing was building things out of Lego. You were AFKing in your iron farm and got hit by lightning. Wow. Snacking Feather, have a good one, dude. Thank you for watching. Good luck with the homework. That was all very scuffed, but I decided to slow play it and not fall again. I think we can be sure at this point that I'm just bad at parkour today. I like to read the paper as a kid. Well, when I went to high school, I did do that every day because I took the train. And it was a 20-minute train drive. It was like the free metro paper, so it wasn't like a full paper. Gradually, through high school, that transformed from an actual newspaper into just a platform for advertisement. Am I gonna catch the warden when 119 releases? I don't even know if that's possible with the mechanics. Because it looks like it goes into the ground, right? Do I like goldfish snack crackers? I have no idea what that is. Goldfish snack crackers? No, I have no idea. Maybe. Maybe. I would have to try them. Have I played Terraria one time and one time only? But it was super fun night. I went to visit my sister and we played it on... Literally, I went online and I searched for the best split-screen two-player Xbox games. And we got that as a suggestion, installed it, and played it without knowing how the game worked. And it was really fun being completely lost. Stefan with another 2. I jumped into lava trying to read that. What's my view of Juice WRLD? RIP, lost him way too early. Amazing artist. Q&A, can I say do the boom boom? I hope we actually get to say it in live action if we get another thunderstorm today. Carl, love the streams. Always here, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. What is my POV? That's actually a good question. It's supposed to be 85, but it could be... Yeah, it is on 85. I remember that I messed around with it yesterday for one thing or another. And I didn't remember if I put it back. I just can't parkour today, guys. There's no saving it. Oh my god. How's everybody doing on this fine evening? I'm actually doing great, but the parkour, not so much. It's been an absolute struggle. I'm gonna be persistent though and finish the run here. We're about 65 seconds behind where I would like to be. Do I like any sports? I like just about every sport. Being in the water messed with my parkour. Oh, my clothes are still wet and we're heavy. That makes a lot of sense. Oh my god. Mason with another 2. Dude, thank you very much. Almost past Phil's as 6449 days. This is true. This is true. I didn't realize. But we're almost at that iconic day count. That's pretty wild. Rusty Looney. I think I'm just a bit tired today. I feel like that's the most logical explanation. What will I do if I lose my main hardcore world? I will start the Looney Adventure. And that begins with you guys downloading that world. I in a way, this is really strange to say, but in a way I can't wait. That's gonna be such an adventure. You guys have no idea what you're in for. Do I have a car? No, I sold it about 2 years ago. I haven't had one since. Might get one later, but right now I live in a city and I wouldn't use it much, so it didn't really make sense. Do I have a beard or a mustache? There's a bit of stubble going on, and that's about it. Did you see me in Utrecht because you saw somebody with pink hair? I don't know. It's entirely possible. Deceit Season 3 when? I estimate it will be around May. And it will be actually insane. There's a reason why we're taking a lot of time to produce it. Thoughts on ravioli for Ender Place? Actually awesome. Been ages since I had it, but actually awesome. Oh my! Of course we missed the last jump. What am I doing? Oh no! No, that wasn't... Oh man, I did that for the joke, but now we're so far back. I didn't even realize. Am I vaccinated? Yes, and boosted. We're still gonna have to complete it. That was not okay. I didn't realize I did that. Wait, I believe there's a trick here somewhere. No, no, no! I did it wrong. Never mind, let's just finish it. Jen, you got a new PB of 690 seconds? Nice. Do I like noodles? Yes. Mr. Cheeky, you feel like my times are getting slower and slower? That is a pretty cheeky thing to say, but you're not wrong. Like I hit a couple of 580s, 590s, and now we're just I don't even know what we're doing. let's do some terraforming. We soldiered on through. That's what we did. Switching up the stream title. And back in Looneyville. Do I like pasta? I do. Favorite Juice World song has to be Lucid Dreams. What type of noodles? Make them spicy. How tall am I in centimeters? 176. Mickey Mouse or Hello Kitty? Never thought I would answer that question. For no reason no, not for no reason. Let's go Hello Kitty. Because that guitar the dude plays is awesome. Do I have a favorite superhero? No. I hear a wandering trader. Where? Is it underground? I don't know. Does that even happen? Wandering traders underground? Guys, there's this weird thing. We had no lag on the parkour, but now we just rejoined this hardcore world and we're getting skipping frames. And we didn't have that before. What are we building currently? We're working on Looneyville. And Looneyville is based on the water. It's like, it used to be a floating city, but I don't want it to be a floating city. So what we're doing right now is we're building all these crazy underwater mountains. Do I ever just build in creative? No, but that is mostly, it's not because I don't like it. It's just because I'm so focused on this hardcore world. And I feel like I might as well build here. And we need to progress. We need to get the projects done. So most of me working on Minecraft is it happens in this world. Unless there's like a seed season going on. What is my real name? I'm not gonna tell you guys that. What is the next project? I want to continue on the interior for the Nether Hub, but we need a lot of redstone to do it. So I think we're gonna build the witch farm next. Although I've recently mined up a lot of redstone while digging this tunnel all the way from the heart of the sea to Looneyville. I didn't consider that. We might actually be good in the redstone department. I also kind of want to build a witch farm though, because I do have a creative design for that one. Not a creative design as in I've built it in creative, but I have an idea what I want to build there. And I kind of want to get that done as well. Can we put on shaders? I'll put on shaders if we go get some new materials. But for the terraforming, it doesn't really make it easier. So let's stick with this for now. How do I place blocks like this? If you're referring to the shuffling the hotbar, it's because my scroll wheel resistance is disabled with the button on my mouse. As for the placing the blocks, I'm kind of just looking where I think they need to go. When will we finish the Nether Hub? After Looneyville is done. I don't want to have this... I don't want to have a lot of unfinished projects. And this one has been open for so long that I feel like we have to get this out of the way before we complete the Nether Hub. Will I make another 100 days without sleeping? No. No, that was insane. It's not... Like, I never do like goals on a video. And on that video, I named it Insane Light Goal, which pretty much ensured that I didn't have to do it again unless you guys everybody wanted it. At which point it would be automatically worth it. But that was a battle I'm not excited to do again. I see a lot of people mentioning things like building a city under Looneyville or having like an Atlantis-based theme built here. For the most part, guys, I have this world planned out for the entire rest of the Looney adventure. And I feel like we're about halfway there for you guys to get a world download because it's ready for you to explore. Up until that point, I kind of have to stick with what I have planned out. Because otherwise we're not going to make it. It's not going to be ready. And building a project under Looneyville is like on the like low down on the list of extra things that would be really cool. But realistically, I don't think we're going to get around to it. What's the worst nightmare you've ever had? This is a beautiful question. I like that. As a kid, I had this one nightmare which kept coming back, and it was really hard to pinpoint what it was or what it was about. But the way I experienced it, it was like it was really, it would go on after I woke up from it, and it would start as the only way I can describe it is an overload of sound and visuals. It was just like it was too much. Too heavy impulses. It was coming from everywhere, and I would wake up from it, and then I would not be able to go back to sleep for hours. It happened a lot. Mister with a $2 donation, thank you very much. How do you place random blocks like that? I'm scrolling a button on my mouse, like this, the scroll wheel, and there's a button right next to it that lets me disable scroll wheel resistance, so it keeps going. And then to make sure it's random, I just make sure that I have my hotbar split between the two. So there's 4 stacks of cobble and 4 stacks of stone. If I scroll my scroll wheel normally, it looks like this. If I unlock it, it keeps going. And that works. CJ's Goose with a £5 donation. Thank you very much. Hi Looney, Miku needs to know coffee or your hardcore world. No making a new one. Please forward the hi to all of you guys. To AJ and to Miku. But I would easily... Like, I would fully be able to not drink any coffee until we finish this hardcore world. No problem. I love coffee and I really enjoy it, but I'm really attached to completing this whole thing, so no problem. Do I have a pet? I don't, but I'm currently at my at an apartment down below my parents' house. And they have a cat and a dog called Spam and Mancha. Spam as well. Spam. And Mancha is Spanish for spot. Because she had a tiny little spot on her nose when we got her. Hi Purdue, what do I want to do in the future? Stick with me and find out. I have crazy plans. And I'm going to share all of it on YouTube. We got a journey up ahead. If you're curious, follow along with it because I don't want to spoil it. Some things are better explored than told. Ruby with a €5 donation. Thanks for inspiring me to play hardcore Minecraft. That's awesome. I love hearing that. Best of luck with your own world. And thank you very much for the support. Golden Controller heading out. Bye, had a great time. Happy to hear it. Have a great rest of your day. Miku says challenge accepted. Do it. That's not how it works. Not actually necessary. Michael, how do you know when the days change in your Minecraft hardcore world? Or just Minecraft in general? I use F3 for it. You can see that there's a lot of text on the screen right now. In the block on the left, about halfway down the big block, you see local difficulty. If you go to the right there, there's a day counter that I can use to keep track of it. We're currently on day 6,423. You can also use a clock or look at the sun. But those are, while playing the game, it's hard to keep track of those. Do I like potatoes? Definitely. Am I single? Yes, somebody recently on stream said single as a Pringle. That's a category I fit in. Monkey or bear? Neither. No strong preference there. How many languages do I speak? Just English and Dutch. I speak a little bit of French and a little bit of German. I can read a little bit of Spanish, but I can't speak it or understand it when people talk it. I don't intend to learn more languages anytime soon, just because it's a massive time investment and there's only so much time I have, so I have to decide what I want to do with it. And right now, all of my time is already reserved for a certain hardcore project that I'm building for you guys. Favorite food? Classic. I really, really like spicy food. How did I get the name Shreep for the sheep at the vacation home? Ask Timbo. Dude, I completely forgot about Shreep. I think I tried to say the word sheep and I failed miserably. And then we just put it on a name tag and rolled with it. Do I like curry? Definitely. Red, green, or yellow? I would go green. Favorite movie? I had it a little while ago, but I'll gladly repeat it. It's a Pixar movie called Soul, which I already plan to rewatch it this week. I bought it on YouTube, so I have it for future if I want to see it again. I'm really looking forward to it. Do I like Steph Curry? Yes. Where in my house is my play button? When you enter my house, there's a couch to the right, and oh my, Mr. Abacus became a Looney champion. Dude, thank you very much. Please go to the community page, look for the link to the Looneyville Knights Discord. I really look forward to say hi to you there. That's awesome. Thank you very, very much. What was I saying again? The play button. There, if you enter my house, there's a living area right if you enter the door. There's a couch and a little table to the right there, and then straight across there's a television, and right next to the television is where the play button is. What are we building? The foundation for the city of Looneyville. Over here, we have all these districts built in the ocean. If we fly high up, they spell out the Looney Adventure. And for the longest time, they were floating. What we're doing right now is we're resolving that. Why did I start this hardcore world? Because it's actually an insane thing to say, but because COVID happened and we had a lockdown, and all of a sudden my job didn't exist anymore, and I started thinking about something else I could do. While thinking about that, I found Phil's 5-year hardcore video, and I think I can do something like that. And I think I could do it well enough to where I could make a living doing it and change my career path. And what it is right now is, to me, this world is an art project which may sound pretentious because it's just a Minecraft world, right? But there's a bit more to it than that, and I hope that in the future, when you guys find out, you'll agree with me. I also don't see why a Minecraft world couldn't be an art project. There's no mutual exclusivity there. That could be the same thing. When will the gorgeous face reveal happen? That is one way of putting it. As soon as I have internet at my new apartment with enough bandwidth to reliably stream. We're working on it. We have been working on it for way too long. There's still progress being made, but until I know the definitive date and it is up and running and I've been able to test it, I won't announce anything because I don't want to have to come back on it again. Long story short, TLDR is happening as soon as possible, and we're starting with a 24-hour face reveal. I'll let you know when I know. Matt, you want to see what it looks like on the map, the city? I'll gladly show you. So these are the districts. I'll quickly fly around the castle so you get an idea of what the city looks like up close. We got the lighthouse here and all the crafts district. And here we have the Looneyville castle slums. And I have a progress map in the basement of the castle right now. If my internet is bad, how am I streaming? I'm 200 kilometers away from my home at my old studio right now to stream here, but in my new home I built a really crazy studio and that one is ready for the face reveal, so it has to be there. This is what it looks like on the map, the Looney Adventure. And there's some really interesting things because this area, for example, here is the harbor, the Looneyville City docks. So there's a lot of water there, but on the map they're all filled in. This is where the ships are, in the docks area. It's been a massive puzzle building this whole thing, but I'm really, really excited about how it's coming together. Alright, this is going here. Do I come from the Netherlands? Yes. Yeah, I do. Kind request to everybody in the stream chat who's also Dutch to keep it in English. Can I do a full city tour when I'm finished with it? Definitely, definitely. It will surely go in both a world tour for a long tour, but also just in the videos that I make every 1,000 days to showcase the progress and kind of edit it as a story-driven movie. Looney, if you flip the maps, would the text be good with the banners? No, there's nothing we can do about that. Unfortunately. Do my parents support me doing YouTube? Yes. Yeah, they're really excited about it. When did I make the move to America? I didn't. Jay, that's a little bit too deep. We can't really answer that. That's just okay. I'll do it. The question was, this could get intense, guys. Pancakes or waffles? I'm gonna go with pancakes. Joshua, you made a grave mistake combining a max level beacon with haste and a conduit. You regret everything. No, dude, that's a great combination. You need that. Would I ever come to America? I really hope to go to Minecraft Live this year. I just hope it's happening. How many conduits do I have? I don't know. Let's check. Times crafted. It's probably around 20. It's this line, right? Third one. $19. That was a pretty solid guess. Pizza or burgers? Depends on the mood. All right. Burgers or fries? Burgers. Does Sky Triangle suck? You guys don't understand. Sky Triangle sucks so bad. It's like insane. There's very few things that suck as bad as Sky Triangle right now. I mean, yes, a pandemic is pretty rough, but Sky Triangle really sucks. No, guys, I regret saying that. That's nothing to joke with. Sky Triangle, though? Oh my god. How long am I planning to stream for right now? Don't actually know. I'm pretty chill with the terraforming right now. Do you guys wanna get some gravel? Go and collect some, because we're gonna need a bunch in not too long from now. And collecting gravel is surprisingly fun. Let me pull it. Go back to 2020 or sleep in Minecraft. I don't want to be responsible for everybody having to do that all again, so I would sleep. Nothing in history is as bad as Sky Triangle. Well, that's not entirely true, of course. 83% says gravel, yes. Okay. As soon as we empty out this inventory, did I go through an emo phase? It depends if you ask me or my mom. Well, okay. I never really committed to it, but I actually I like a lot of emo stuff and emo bands and just the style in general. I do connect to it, but I never fully committed to it. Sleep or respawn the dragon? Respawn the dragon. And that may sound weird, but repairing the end statue, doable. Not sleeping for another... How many days is it at this point? 5,500 and a bit in a row? That's gonna take a long time. Have I ever played on 2B2T? I have not. I also think that probably if I do go on 2B2T, I get absolutely hacked and my hardcore world is gone. Have I played Gorilla Quest on Oculus Quest? Wait, that was not what it was called, right? Gorilla Tag on Oculus Quest. No, I have not. I haven't heard of it, to be honest. If I die in this world, how will I die? Probably to a really dumb mistake. Favorite snack? Changes. What is the best way to die in Minecraft? Heroically. Hordes and hordes of mobs. Alright, gravel. Gravel time incoming. Have I ever played Geometry Dash? No. Thoughts on the 1.19 update? I'm excited. I think Minecraft is heading in exactly the direction I would love it to head in. I'll leave this gas here for now. Alright. Do I like COD? Minecraft or actual? I'll say yes to both. Quick sip of water here, guys. Have I ever played Hypixel Skyblock? I have not. No. Collecting gravel with shaders? Might work, might get laggy. What is gonna happen now that Looney Adventures upside down? I'm very seriously contemplating restarting it all. I think we kind of just have to give up. No, honestly, we're not changing anything. It is what it is. Gravel or sand? Gravel. Am I gonna build a villager trading hall in my main base? No, because we have too much lag already. I might make one somewhere else, but I haven't made up my mind fully about it. Uh-oh, I removed the wrong message. Poll is done. Pinned messages. Message retracted, and now I can't delete it. Nice. Chicken or beef? Chicken. Partially because it's lighter. Partially because of the carbon footprint. Same. Oh no, I forgot something. Hang on. We need to go back. Dismiss the pinned message? Yeah, that works. That works. Switch out the elytra? I will in a minute. Slimman says this guy's world is just one big flex. I'll take it. We need tools. Hang on. Beef does not have a carbon footprint. That is not entirely true. Roblox or Looney, should I start a new hardcore world? Your decision. No, not my decision. Your decision. If you want to, yes. If you don't want to, no. It's pretty straightforward. Hypixel this stream? Probably not. Oh, wait. I'm missing one important thing. How's my day going? Excellent. I'm having a really good day. This stream is super chill too. I'm enjoying this. You like our chest plate? Ooh, that one's nice. This would be hard, but if I had to choose, I would play with only Elytra. Let's go, shaders. What are we doing today? Q&A and a chill terraforming stream. But we're on a little bit of a gravel expedition right now. Somewhere around this area, I believe there's a beacon. Okay, wait, this is not the shader that we're going to use to find it. This one might work. What do I do when I'm not playing Minecraft? Okay, oddly enough, I can't answer that question right now. And the reason I can't is it's gonna be a spoiler. So I'm just gonna ignore that. When I'm not doing anything work YouTube related, I mostly spend time with friends, and we could be doing anything. Wait, I didn't leave a beacon here. There's just the beacon blocks, but no actual beacon. Okay, that works. In that case, let's find a new area. Gouda or cheddar? I'll go Gouda there. Oh, I said beacon. I meant conduit. Is Minecraft the only game I play? No, but it is like 95% of everything. Rasmus asks, do you smoke weed? Because I know you're from the Netherlands and it's very socially acceptable. So that's true, but then discussing on stream would not be as per YouTube terms of service. But I can't answer it because the answer is no. I don't, well, I can't really talk about it. Never mind. Lagundo or Switchback Mongo? No. No, we're not doing that. What? Drain another ocean monument? Just yesterday, I said that I would really want to do that again. I don't think I'm going to do it on this world, though, because then it becomes more of the same. If I ever do it again, it's probably going to be quite different from what it was now. Just because I like reimagining stuff. Rasmus, no worries. No worries. Please show the video settings. Pretty straightforward, I guess. Grab a screenshot or rewind if you needed something else. David, switch to chest plate. Could do that. You're not wrong. It's a little bit easier too because you don't get into accidental flight mode. There's one thing I want to do though. I want to grab this one. Okay, drown. Can you please pop a totem? No. Never on purpose. Seppa, dude, thank you very much for being here. Glad you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. Have I ever been to Lithuania? Once. It was a nice experience. How am I so good at Minecraft in a short time? There's a lot of overlapping experience because I have spent a lot of time designing things outside of Minecraft. Other than that, things you want to get good at, try to analyze how other people are good at it. Try to understand the skills you need to learn and then just practice. I could have been better if I practiced more, honestly. But I got pretty decent. David, you're really enjoying this type of stream? It's actually cool that there's 500 people here now. I never really thought about doing this because I try to give you guys the best, most exciting content I can give you, even if we're doing things that are inherently slow. Building big projects is gonna take time, but I try to get the preparations out of the way, and like all of the terraforming that we did today, most of those kind of jobs I do off stream as preparation because it's so many hours, and if we do all of that on stream, I'm just gonna make you sit through weeks of the same, and it feels like it feels lazy on my end. It feels like I could do more, make more of an effort to make it interesting. Have I ever been to Canada? No. Norway? Yes, once. To a place called Kristiansand. Was really nice. Estonia? Yes. Can I sing Baby Shark? No. Alright guys, this is how you collect gravel. How many years have I practiced building? I've always been making things like ever since I was a kid, and the moment I started taking it more serious and actually started designing things is like 8 or 9 years ago. What Minecraft farm do I hate to build? Nothing. I feel like building farms is a pretty satisfying thing. It's just this one hard moment if you can't get it to work and you don't know how, which is just a knowledge gap. You don't understand how the farm works well enough at that point. Have I ever been to Greece? Once. Also nice. Cyprus, no. Finland, yes, once. Sweden, also once. Have I seen the Northern Light? No, I wish. Any news from the internet company? I'm not going to give you guys regular updates because they tell me a whole lot of nothing. Like, we've had so many moments where it sounded like it could be resolved next week, and it still isn't. So at this point, I'm not going to get your hopes up until I legitimately have something worth getting your hopes up. That is a Nautilus shell. I want to have that. Have I been to Denmark? Yes. Also once. Austria, a bunch. Australia, no, but I wish. Malta, no. I love these. Georgia, no. Have I ever been to the Netherlands? The Nether? We go there a lot. Like the Nether Hub is there. Switzerland? Yes, few times. Brazil, no, I would wish that I'd been there. I'll definitely go there at some point. Germany, I've been a bunch. Poland, I've been twice, both of which was really nice. Italy, I've been a couple times, but always passing through. I've never stayed longer than a night. Morocco, I haven't been, but I really want to visit. Senegal, same. Have not been, would be awesome. Philippines, have not been. China, I've been a few times. Was really fascinating and awesome every time. Ireland, I've never been. France, I go to quite regularly. Japan, I really wish I got the opportunity to visit, but so far, no. Israel, I haven't been. Russia, I haven't been. Indonesia, I haven't been either. I haven't been to India. Oh man, I want to visit all these places. England, I've been a handful of times. Malaysia, I've never been to. Costa Rica, I've never been. Czech Republic, I've been a few times. I feel like we gotta press pause on the countries, or we're gonna be doing this for the entire rest of the stream. How often do I travel? So recently, I haven't been traveling much because, well, traveling hasn't been much of a thing recently. And right now my job is online. Before that, I traveled a lot. I would have a project internationally, some sort of art project several times a year. So I got to visit quite a few places. Do I like milk? Off and on. I haven't had it for a long time now. What Dutch snack is the best? This is a hot topic. Snacks are very, very specific. A snack in Dutch, like in this question, would be considered something deep fried. And I would have to go with the culinary masterpiece that people call a cheese souffle. There's no real way of explaining. You just gotta go and find a way to try. How did I learn redstone? It's one of those things where there's a wealth of knowledge of people that can do insane things with redstone. So whenever I need something redstone-wise, like a farm or anything regular, I just go on YouTube, I search for the thing I want to know something about, I watch a bunch of videos, and then I start playing around with it, and that's a great way of learning it, because if you can not only replicate it, but you learn to understand why something works, then learning to build the next thing is a lot easier, and you can even get to the point where you can kind of design things yourself, even though if I design redstone, it's super bulky and like it's just messy in a way. Like it gets the job done, but to me, people that know redstone and make really cool stuff, that in itself is an art form as well. Because the aesthetic of having something function redstone wise, but then having it be absolutely tiny, that's a beautiful thing. What is my desktop wallpaper? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm thinking hard because I only have part of the answer. It's a museum of Islamic art, but I don't know which one. It's designed by the same architect that designed the pyramids for the Louvre in Paris, the museum. And it's a really, really fascinating building. Faction Beast, can I show my statistics? Do you have a specific request for what you would like to see? Because showing statistics on stream is really, really slow to go through. But if you have something specific, I would gladly go there so you can check it out. Other than that, I will make a new statistics video not too far into the future where you can take your time and examine all of it. I'll do like a guided tour, and then you pretty much have everything on your screen. So if you want to find something, you could. But if you have a specific request, just tell me and we'll quickly go there. I tried so hard to get this block of andesite. How many beacons do we have? Not the most interesting thing. Wait. Who asked for it? Faction Beast asked for it. Beacons is I killed 180 something withers, so it's probably somewhere in that area. As for how many nether stars I have not crafted all of them, but could easily. Chests opened. Interesting. Items times. Oh wait, no, that's under general. General. Chests open 67,000. I feel like that number is limited because at some point I switch most of my chests for barrels, and I use a lot of shulker boxes rather than chests. Many projects never see a chest. Just join. Want to know what you're terraforming for? We're working on Looneyville, that big city in the ocean. On the map it spells out the Looney Adventure, but when I made those letters, it was initially floating, and I want to connect it to the ocean floor. That terraforming has a couple of stages. The first stage is building the wireframes to connect to the ocean floor. Then I need to fill them in and make them mountains. Then I need to cover the bases with gravel, which is what we're getting research for right now. And then after that, it needs plants, it needs glow lichen, and it needs some kelp around the area. And then it kind of blends into the ocean around it. Really quite pretty when it's done, but it's a lot of steps and it's a lot of work generally. Totally worth it though. It makes that feel like a project connected to the world, which has that like magic excitement about it, rather than a project that is dumped into the world, which always looks a little bit off in my opinion. Mudmarine, your grandfather was Dutch, so you have a dream of visiting the Netherlands sometimes. Do you have any tips on places to go? Usually, on many topics, I'm full of tips, but I'm not the best person to ask about what you should go and see in the Netherlands, because I'm not that excited about the country. It's a really nice and comfortable place to live, but to me it's relatively uninteresting, which is maybe a little bit odd, but it is the way I feel about it. So I feel like other people could give you much better advice on where to go. And other people includes the internet at large. If you just Google for places to visit in the Netherlands, you're going to find a bunch of interesting suggestions. where you might look at it and go like, yeah, that's cool, I want to see that. And I wouldn't even suggest it because I go like, I don't know. I think you can probably relate to that feeling where some things just feel too normal for you to have it feel excited. Who's the most inspiring person to me? Has to be Kendrick Lamar. Specifically because he made a work of music, an album called To Pimp a Butterfly, and the first time I heard that album, it kind of blew me away because I was very aware that I had no idea what I just listened to. I didn't understand it. And then I started exploring it and I found so many layers that I didn't recognize even after like a fourth or a fifth listen. To me, having something be that layered is creatively the most interesting thing in the world. What day do I think I would be on if I slept regularly every night? Would probably be anywhere between like 10 and 13,000. It could be the exact double of where we are, but I think realistically you wouldn't sleep all of every night. Although there's a lot of players that will literally be ready to sleep as night starts coming around. So I think 10 to 13 is a very reasonable estimate there. Mr. Chips, we don't talk about that. But welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Do I have a favorite tree that I've seen? I really like willows in general. And then recently I'm really into the music and art that Willow makes, which is a coincidence, but works well. Have I ever gone scuba diving? I have not. I would love doing that. Favorite nut? Oh my, macadamia, but that's like, it feels like such a diva answer. I don't know why. But they're just great. Have I ever wanted to skydive? Yes, I would love that. I'm so ready. Do I like Islamic architecture? Definitely, it has a really cool aesthetic. Wait. Do you guys see this? I'm gonna reload. I do not know what happened there, but that was sketchy. When that happens on a server, I literally, when it happens on the seed, I'm about to quit the game, but I'm pretty sure that I'm already dead. Usually it works out though. I had a moment on the seat like that, where I was literally, I was online in between episodes. So was Brock, but we were both just working on our base, just decorating for the next episode. And a zombie comes up to me. He just walks up. There's nothing going on. Zombie walks up. I hit it, and it doesn't register. And I hit it again and it doesn't register. And I hit it again and it doesn't register. And then I hear like the damage sound, like tick, tick, tick. And I'm like, oh no, this is not good. And I literally log out of the game. I call Brock on Discord. He picks up and I'm like, dude, I think I'm in trouble on this seat. This happened. Could you please go over to this and this place where I was and clean out the mobs before I rejoin? And he does it. He says, I think the area is clear. I log on and I'm literally on 1 heart. Like, oh my god. And the scene is a hardcore server, of course. So, well, after you die on your first life, it is. So I was like, Clutches asks, are you gay? No, I'm not, but I'm very supportive. And I think everybody should be encouraged and allowed and supported to be themselves with no pushback, which is why that rainbow flag is part of my character skin. What are these dolphins doing? What are my hotbar slot hotkeys? 1 through 5 are just my numbers 1 through 5. Then 6 through 9 are also linked to my numbers, but I don't really use those because they're out of reach. But 6 through 9 are also bound to my mouse. Buttons on the sound on the side, on the thumb side. Snowship asks Q&A, is this a good question? No, it's pretty pathetic as questions go. And you know this. You can do way better. How long have I played Minecraft? About 2 years now. By far the most on this work. What is the scariest moment in my life? I have a story, but I don't want to talk about it before face reveal. I feel like this is so personal and loaded that I would wanted to discuss it as a person, not just a voice. Marcus Ford with a $1 donation. Dude, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. As always, I'll put your name on this sign under the Nether Hub as a thank you. Left or right-handed? Right-handed. Although there's a lot of things I do in opposite orientation. Like skateboarding, for example. Playing pool. I at one point broke my right wrist and I learned to write with my left hand. But I rather quickly unlearned it after I didn't need to practice it anymore. Like, I can still do it, but it's ugly. It does not look good. Why are we mining gravel? We need it for the terraform. We need it to decorate the mountains under Looneyville and make it blend into the world around it. Do I play any instruments? No. I dabbled in a little bit of guitar and piano, but didn't follow through. Do I like to ski? I love it. Been way too long since I did that. Do I do fitness? On the daily, pretty much. Adi, that's amazing, dude. Happy to be here for you, and thank you for being with me on this journey. Appreciate it. Do I have brown hair? Yeah, naturally it's brown, but it's dyed pink. What sports do I like? This is a comeback question. We've had this one before. This I am gonna answer the same I did before. Just about any sport. Is English my first language? No, it's not. It's my second. All right, what do you guys think? Are we gonna use this gravel or do we get more? If I had to choose one in Minecraft, do I get a pet cat, dog, axolotl, or parrot? I think I'm gonna go with parrot because they get on your shoulder and go along with every adventure. Favorite game besides Minecraft? Probably Rocket League. But I love and hate it. Did you have a moment when you realized that you could do YouTube full time? I thought I could do YouTube full time before I started it, but I also was very realistic about that. Odds were against me. It was more likely to fail than to succeed. So I went into it like full throttle, and I just kept checking whether I was improving at a rate where I believed we would get to the level of quality that actually would work soon enough. And ever since I started, it's kind of just been on track, which is pretty insane. But it started growing from the beginning. People just connected to the potential at first. They saw something they liked, and they believed that it could grow. And I feel like it grew really fast at the beginning, not just in numbers, but in quality. And it's still, I feel like it's getting better. Do I watch any UK football, aka soccer? Only if I watch a game with friends, but doesn't happen a lot. I do enjoy watching it. Did I watch the Super Bowl? I did not. As soon as this stream finishes, I'm gonna check out the halftime show though. What is the radius of the Heart of the Sea? Radius 90, diameter 180. So fully across, it's 180 blocks. What is my rank in Rocket League? I think I'm Diamond 3, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't play it very regularly, only every now and again. Zero Player says, this is not a question, but you and your mods are kind of awesome. Dude, I appreciate that. And as for the mods, I'm gonna have to agree. They're really awesome, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them. Alright, shovel is dead, so we need to switch it out. Oh, you guys were saying that. Oh, of course you were. How do I stay motivated? It's really intrinsic motivation. I have a big project in my mind, and I see this world as a whole, and the series I make about it as that project, and I want to get to that concept that I have, and I think you guys are all gonna love it if I make that happen. Because of that, I'm just dead set on getting it done. Favorite alcoholic beverage? I have a friend who is a bit of a cocktail master, so whatever he brews up. If I break a shovel, I have to show you guys a picture of me as a kid. No, a shovel and a pickaxe are not the same thing. It's completely different. Have I ever played of Genshin Impact? Crazy thing, I never checked that out. I honestly have no idea what the game is about, which I realize is wild. Favorite soda? Not a soda person, but if I had to pick something, I would go with ginger ale. If I want an update in Minecraft, what is it? Biomes in the end. Like actually cool biomes, such as the Nether update gave us. Will there be stream highlights episodes again? Yes, but I can't exactly promise on when. Have I played Far Cry 5 or 6? No. Favorite thing to do on an off day? Just hanging out with friends. Most hated mob to fight in Minecraft. I actually don't hate mobs. I kind of enjoy them. The fights are fun. So I don't think I have one. Have I ever played any PvP or MOBA games? Not more than just trying my hand at it. Favorite Minecraft mobs? I always say Phantom. We've had a bit of a we hit a rocky patch, Phantoms and I, but we're getting back there. They messed up the Deceit recording audio so bad that I had a hard time getting over it. But I really enjoy fighting Phantoms in the air. That's super fun. I have to hate skeletons after the incident. No, that wasn't me. I should have spawn-proofed it. But that particular skeleton was just rude. Favorite Minecraft enchantment? Probably efficiency. How many Ender Dragon heads do I have? As many as Elytra, so a little over 100. I don't know exactly how many. It could be like 110, could be 180. A lot. Desolish with a 1 Swiss franc donation, dude. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that. As always, I'll put your name on the sign under the Nether Hub. Favorite Minecraft block? Don't really have one, because they all exist in a palette of blocks around them when you build with them. But I'm a big favorite of the addition of Deep Slate. Bufferson, thank you very much for the kind words. Means a lot. Do I have any other beacon? No, and I'll never get one. Because in the time you need to mine that, you can make such a wild project if you just go building. And I think your world will be better because of it. And more enjoyable. And that's the main thing. Show the museum for whomever wants to know what it looks like. Alright, let me collect the gravel and we'll head on out to there. Cool seeing different currencies in donations because it shows how wide the audience is. I fully agree. To me, it's amazing that people all over the world connect to what I do. That's absolute magic. That means a whole lot. Michelle, tips to grow your YouTube channel. The most important thing to realize is that you're making videos for other people, not yourself. So you got to think about what makes it enjoyable for them to watch, while they have the option to watch all the content on YouTube. And there's some really good content on here. So try to figure out what makes you special and what you can make for people to enjoy that makes their day a little bit better. I think that's the mindset. And from there, you have to just try to figure out how to be better at what you do. So look at your own videos and try to find the mistakes, in air quotes, and improve on that. Make every video a little bit better than the last one. It's not an easy task. Halftime show is crazy. That's what everybody keeps telling me. I'm like, the morning after, I read a bunch of like reviews, but not really reviews, just people's perspectives on it in media, and I read some really amazing things, but I wanted to like really sit down for it because I know that it's gonna be special to me based on the artist that did it. So I want to take a moment. When you get a world download, the first thing you'll do is sleep. Diabolical, but I can see why. I'm gonna leave that boat here because it's easier to find this place if the boat is there. Have I ever watched any cartoons? If yes, what's my favorite? I think I'm just gonna go with South Park, honestly. Favorite art installation I did? You can Google the title of the work, but you're never gonna find it. It's called Man in Flight, and why was it my favorite and what was it about? I will tell you guys later. If we're here, then I think Looneyville is gonna be this way. Okay, Looneyville is gonna be to the left here. I hope. Yeah. Can we visit Free Sheep? No, we're on our way to the museum. Favorite build has to be the Nether Hub. You guys want to see the museum, so let's go there really quickly. Ooh, I freaked out there. I freaked out because I was about to jump into a slime with my Elytra on. And these can do a ton of damage. Alright, now we'll be fine. I already jumped and then I decided to land a floor higher. Ever gonna trap every mob? No, don't care about it too much. This is the museum area. The mob heads here are gone because I'm gonna move them and remodel the museum. Here we have we have 420 golden apples and 69 enchanted golden apples. Here's 64, 68, 69. We got raindrops. Little art installation I made here, which again is broken in the sorter, even though I fixed it recently. One of the redstone components is frozen. I don't know what the issue is. I thought I fixed it, so I have to analyze it again. It's not difficult because it's not entirely broken. It's just locked up. Here's the other side of the museum. This hall is about to be remodeled too. And then here... Wait. Did I put that many fish into the staircase or are they breeding? Wait, this is weird. Entity count? I'm watching it. I'm looking at 106. Do these breed? Because if they breed, they might be contributing to the lag. I don't know. Here we have the axolotl pond. I don't think they breed, right? Maybe I just put that many in. Show off. Do you always come up with the builds yourself? Yes, but sometimes you guys help by giving me any sort of thought that can work as a foundation for an idea. Here's the museum, the next new part of the museum. And we're actually going to call it a day here, guys. Because tomorrow, we have one more stream in the stream week. And I think tomorrow, we're going to go speedrunning. so I got to have better parkour skills than today. We are going to finish a run. And to do that, I need to get some sleep because I'm actually pretty tired today, which is not a bad thing. It's been a really, really cool week. For right now, we have to call it a day. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I hope to see you guys soon. If you missed the stream week, there is going to be a World Tour video releasing on the 23rd. And then, before you know it, I'm back with another stream week. And we take it from there. And maybe we finally get some good news on the internet. And we get to move on and do that face reveal. I would love if I get to announce that to you shortly. But until I really, really know, no false hope. For now, we're looking forward to tomorrow's speedrunning, World Tour next week, and stream week very soon. But for this evening, there's only one thing left to say. Loony.